So let's get started. Shit, how do I do this? Dirk, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My God, you're so bad, dude. But at least you remember that it was the Open Com show.
I did,
I
yeah.
totally. I was waiting for you because I'm walking in, or talking in stations. You never remember that
Yeah.
you're from the Open Com show. So I was waiting for you here to be like, this is talking in stations.
Yeah, well, tonight it's reverse. If I ever try to talk about that, I'll be like, oh fuck, what's that other show?
I'm doing all right, Jaden. How are you?
All right, good. We got Rain and her BF. How you two?
Hi.
It's
Uh,
your Slovakian cousin.
we got
Same thing. I'm from the south.
we got drunk Canadian with the Borderlands background. That's about as good as I get that.
Yep, mustard doesn't blend so well, apparently.
And then we got Boat. What's up, Boat? And BC's actually not dead. What's up, BC?
No, I'm here. I just literally, as you said, hey, it's the Open Com show. I dumped about a half a can of orange soda into my bed.
Good, serious? And
and
go
right
with
off
your
the
corn
bat-
dogs.
Right off the bat, Gom was wanting to know, do we just call him BF?
Yeah.
Well,
Really
I have a quick
So,
So
question.
we got
Does-
DC, BC, and BF.
Does
we
the BF even
his Eve, Dave. It's great.
hold on? Does the BF even listen to this show? Does he know anything about this show?
Do a bit, sort of. 2 a.m. normally for me, my time, so.
Did you catch that? I don't know if I was pushing to talk right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Yes.
He is sometimes known as YOLO Hot Drop Tron, but tonight he's just known as the anonymous guy in the corner.
No, he need a scarf. He's missing the scarf to throw.
He would need a
I actually
scarf.
didn't hear what he
Yeah.
said. What did he say? Does he listen to the show or not?
He says
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not around this time.
Yeah, he said he's normally not around, but yeah, he does know something about it. They just haven't had deeply intimate conversations about the show.
I'm pretty sure either way, deeply intimate would be the wrong way to put it, so.
But yeah, anyways, listen, before we get started tonight, this was something that we kind of addressed sort of before the show. Obviously this week, a few days ago, we had the tragic shooting down in Orlando. Under different circumstances, I think that it's something that we probably would address in more than me just saying it was a tragedy. I hope that people can come together in kind of mourning the loss of 49 American citizens, as well as those who were wounded and the other people that were affected. The last time we had something like this here in the United States, we actually lost an Eve player who was killed in one of these attacks. But given the level of kind of general divisiveness that is out there related to this event, I don't think that it's something properly addressed here on this show. So I just wanted to express my condolences to the people who were involved, and if anybody else here has, my voice is actually cracking because I am kind of a bit bothered by this entire event. So yeah, anyways, that's all I'm going to say, and then if anybody else has something, feel free.
I'll just say that, like, you know what? It goes back to this whole community thing. I'm glad that we have the people that we play this game. Because I think at times like this, you absolutely have, whether they're goons, PL, whoever they fly with, can sit back and just say, you know what? This is fucking stupid. So, if you're out there, hopefully nobody person was affected by this, but if you was, hey, sorry for your loss or, for the damage that happened. But this is just stupid. And it reminds me, Bill and Ted forever, okay? Just fucking Bill and Ted forever. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, it was a stupid show. But I'm just saying, this is just horrible. At some point, hopefully we all can grow up and realize that we're all people. And the one thing we have in common, and if you believe it or not, is you only get one fucking round on this planet. That's it. And when it's over, it's done.
You only live once.
Yep. So let's not waste it or waste other people's. Let's have fun.
But anyways, yeah. So why don't we just move into
Look, Rasmus got it. Be excellent to each other.
Yeah, be excellent to each other. Exactly. Wild stallions.
Exactly.
Would that
There's
be
not a whole
YOLO
lot
Bio?
of. There's not a whole lot of. I don't think really deep Eve news.
Oh, there
to talk
is?
about.
I just
Well,
found out.
Okay, well,
Just
hold
like
on.
a second ago.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, apparently we do have some stuff. Why don't we jump into this? Yeah, really. Why don't we jump into the shallow end real quick? We do in a couple weeks have the next release that's coming out. Some of the stuff that that they're talking about. I wouldn't necessarily call it amazing. You got some stuff with the tactical overlay. One of the things is actually one of those little things that a lot of people have been wanting for a long time, and that is to be able to see kind of where your cyno, kind of the range on your cyno. We've always had just the circle, right? Everybody knew it was 5 kilometers. That you kind of had to measure for. But now they're actually putting in a sphere. Drayden should have kind of an image that I took out on Sissy today of what it looks like. That if you hover over your cyno module, that it will show where that is. I think it's really nice. I know I have countless stations out there that I have created a bookmark on to make sure that my capital doesn't bounce when it comes in, but make sure that it is within range of insta docking on the station, because that's just what you do. And it would have been really nice to be able to see more than just the horizontal plane, and now you can see the vertical plane as well, because it's a sphere.
Yeah, well, and not only not as much for my own. It's really convenient, like if I'm gonna use my own silent pilots, because with those, if I'm setting up if it's not like an on-the-fly jump, if it's like, I got a few minutes to set this up, I get really precise. You can like drop a can or just make a bookmark and then fly out. I always fly out like 8 kilometers in each direction just to make sure it's all in docking range. So I'm always confident that like where I make a bookmark, it's safe. But this makes it to where if you got somebody that's like, yeah, I'll light you a cyno, now you can be a little more rest assured that they aren't going to screw it up. Because I know I've had someone light me a cyno. I'm like, you got a good spot? They're like, yeah, you're good. And I jump in, bounce off the station. I've never died
Yeah,
that
now
way.
there's no
Luckily,
excuse.
Luckily, it was in either I was, even while bouncing, still close enough to dock, or in an empty system, so it wasn't a big deal. But
Does this mean PL won't bump Titans off the Saren and undock anymore?
nope, that
Maybe.
can happen forever.
Maybe this will help them. They will be able to see exactly where they should place the cyno so that the Titan does not bounce off. Actually, you know what I found out? Because I was moving a fax machine the other day for the first time, actually. And what I found out is that some of my old bookmarks my old cyno bookmarks don't work quite well enough for a fax machine. They're just friggin' fatties.
Yeah. Wait, is Gomel, are you joking? Because he's saying, wait, explain the bouncing thing. It's like, you got to know what bouncing is, right?
It means the melting thing?
Oh. I was
I don't know what the melting thing is.
all right, no, he wants the bouncing.
Oh no,
Okay,
the bouncing thing. Well, okay, so
okay, he's got it.
Well, okay, so when you light a cyno off of a station usually, around your cyno ship, you've got about a 5 kilometer radius or a 5 kilometer sphere of the possible places where the ship that is coming into the cyno can land. So you want to make sure that you're farther away than a little bit further away than that 5 kilometers from anything that it might bounce off of on the station if it comes in and happens to hit that object. So people tend to give it a little bit more space. Now, obviously, this depends on the type of capital you're bringing in. If you're bringing in, a carrier or a Rorqual or a jump freighter, you've got a little, you've got a little more room to play with than, say, if you're bringing in one of these new fax machines, or if you were bringing in a Supercarrier next to something or a Titan next to something. So theoretically, you light that cyno kind of right on the undock and jump your jump freighter in, and it comes in and it sort of lands inside the station and then just springboards itself out.
Well, the other
Could
thing
be,
is,
it could be detrimental to your vehicle.
well, the thing is, like, cynoing in and bouncing is, it's not like you fly your ship into something, because those usually produce pretty small bounces. You don't bounce a whole lot. This, right as the ship enters, it takes the mass, because how they do the bouncing thing is based on the mass of the two ships, the speed and everything. But it puts your ship directly in the same space as whatever, like station or tower or whatever it is. And so now it just takes the two masses as if they're in the same spot, and you basically slingshot off super speed away from it. So I mean, if you jump a jump freighter onto a station, you might go flying like 200 kilometers by the time you can stop, and that's really bad news because you can't warp or anything.
Rain, where'd Sergio go?
He went to the bathroom.
Oh.
But no, it's also, I've accidentally done it. I've cynoed for people, and it's actually really funny watching their ship go from like the bottom of the bubble near the station, just flying, and you can hear them just mashing dock before they get out of range.
This is one of the many reasons why any real capital pilot out there has alts that are their own cynos, so they can light them themselves. Because there's nothing worse than asking somebody else for a cyno and then saying, have you ever lit a cyno before? And they're like, no, and you're like, oh.
I've only fucked up once, and that was on the very edge seat, because you have to compensate for the size of the ship as well. So people are still gonna fuck up that. So they'll be within 5 kilometers, but they're still gonna be within the range of the ship because their ship will be huge.
Yeah, I won't even, like with my Titan, I think I've only ever jumped to a cyno that wasn't mine when it was an op that a capital FC I trusted was doing it. Otherwise, I jumped myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Accessible Gamer is saying, so how is CCP fixing this? They're not fixing the bouncing GOML. What they're doing is that again, before, because it was 5 kilometers around your cyno, you would kind of guesstimate. You would use your tactical overlay to see where 5 kilometers was on a horizontal plane. But sometimes, depending on the station, you were measuring you were measuring the or the vertical just sort of by guessing. And what they're doing is that now, when you're in a ship that has a cyno module on it, if you hover over the module, it will put up on your screen, which should be up on our screen here as a picture of something I did on Sissy today, a red sphere around which is the possible locations of where ships that are jumping to that cyno could land. But again, if they're big, they stick out from that. So it's not just 5 kilometers. You've got to give it some space.
That's the 5 kilometer area where the center of whatever ship is coming in could land. So if you land on generally you kind of end up towards the outside of that 5 kilometer range. It's just what direction. But so say you're in a capital that's like 3 kilometers long, you're gonna stick out an extra kilometer or two from where the edge of that bubble is. So you still got to give a little bit of leeway space based on what you're bringing in.
He says, next question, why the hell 8 tabs instead of 10? Well, really, it's 8 tabs instead of 5. Right now you've got 5, so you're getting 3 more. Why didn't they go 2 more?
I think what I was saying
I believe
is why
it
didn't they
deals with
double
Citadel
up?
code.
Because I mean 5, and then you just double it with 10.
Yeah, I don't know.
CCP.
Laziness?
Maybe 8 is just the magical number.
Since we're talking about EVE News, CCP announces due to PL being unavailable for the Alliance tournament yet, they are pushing it back. First time they have ever pushed back the Alliance tournament in 11 years.
It's confirmed. CCP favoritism confirmed.
Link that.
Someone, I don't have a link to it. Someone was telling me about it. It was announced. It was announced this morning, so it's an official EVE announcement. But yeah, they've pushed back the Alliance tournament quite a bit, and it's kind of shocking because they've never done that. So I don't know what the reason is.
Is that because PL can't escape Saarinen, or?
Yeah, I guess. They're so busy camping Saarinen that they don't have time for the Alliance tournament yet.
We can't get out.
CCP had to push that shit back.
Now I know that in the past they've allowed a few alliances to come in after the deadline, but it's kind of weird that they would push back the deadline because.
Yeah, let me get that news for you.
I've actually heard that part of the delay had to do with the fact of the old Tranquility server hardware is what is being used for whatever it is they do the Alliance tournament on, and that they still hadn't had that rebuilt yet or something. I don't know. But whatever, a lot of the rules and stuff have not been released yet, so.
They're making a new tournament server, so they might be delaying it for that as well.
Yeah, it's possible they're doing that. But anyways, they're delaying it for whatever reason, so.
I had heard that it was because one of the casinos paid them to put it off, but.
Hey man, I wouldn't be surprised that speaking of that, we can go into this drama if you really want to get into this. PL lines the first keepstar in known space, and as it's anchored, they announce it's for charity, so nobody will kill it. What do you guys think about that?
Kill it.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's talk about this because obviously this is something that
It's a hot topic
that we have talked about on a few occasions here. I'm not a big fan of what I have referred to as the social shield kind of methodology behind these things. But more. And I'm going to differentiate a couple things here, and I'm really sorry to the people out there who may think that because of my new affiliation, I'm defending this one here, but I'm going to make it correspond to what I've been saying all along. My concern has been regarding using social shield mechanics related to something that was going to be in high sec around Jeddah or one of the major trade hubs in order to be a big revenue generator. This one here that got dropped was actually a keepstar in Mila. Now, Mila is one of the entry points to high sec from the eastern side of the map. It is well traveled, but it has never been what would be considered a major trade hub in any way. But it is an interesting location to put.
for capitals.
No, it's a huge corridor. If you live on the eastern end of map to sell your Supercarrier Titan, it's one of the most used routes in the game for selling Supercaps and Titans. So if anyone wants to go through that area to sell them to Kriba or other people, they have to go past that citadel or in range of that citadel, which is deadly, which is very dangerous.
Well,
Because here's the thing is, in the past, if you had a super fleet, 30 Supercarriers, and you wanted to drop that on a Titan that you knew was going to be there, you couldn't have that super fleet logged in. With a keepstar, you can. You can have that whole fleet docked right in that station, ready to undock.
Well, I mean, if they're using it as a charity citadel to have some kind of jump gank staging system is kind of crappy, but I mean...
Well, it gets even better. Hold on, it gets even better. Apparently, Iron Bank announced on his stream, this is an unconfirmed report, but it was shared with me yesterday, that they're going to use it for an I1-esque Kripa-style sale of Supercaps and Titans. Now, how the fuck are you going to do an I1-esque Supercap Titan selling station that's in PL's name? You're just asking to get that shit blown up.
That's the thing.
All right, so... and again, let's clarify here. It is a Care for Kids Citadel. All right. It is a Care for Kids Keepstar. They had said that they were going to be putting up a Keepstar at some point. I happen to like the fact that it's in Mila. It's not in high sec. It is not in a major trade hub. Now, what they are doing with it, a lot of people out there might find questionable from the standpoint of any form of social shield is bad. Okay, and I still have my bit of queasiness about this, but not in the same way that I do regarding the other thing. Now, what does that social shield consist of? Well, that social shield does consist of the fact that by calling it a charity, which Care for Kids, does do some good work in terms of sick kids playing Eve, both in game as well as out of game. But also the affiliation, obviously, through C4, who's part of Rikoku, right. Which is part of Pandemic Legion.
Well, it blew up on Reddit. Here's the thing. It's crazy about it is that PL, the guy C4, apparently he's a cool dude, and that's fine. But his post on Reddit blew up in a negative way, which was very surprising. A lot of people came out against this, saying, PL, we know better. We know how you guys treat charities. We know what you've done with charities in the past in Eve. And it's a video game. I do the same thing. I fuck up charities. I don't give a fuck. It's a video game. But by using PL in any sense was a bad idea because it just brought a lot of negative press. And the owner of I1S came out and said, well, we have CCP's backing on this. But nowhere can it be found that CCP came out and said, okay, this is charity.
There is no...
it hasn't been...
Well, hold on a second. Hold on. And this is one of the problems that has been going on out there based on my reading of it, is the differentiation between the in-game Care for Kids entity, okay, which is not a legitimate charity based on real-world kind of things, and the out-of-game Care for Kids entity that actually does have charitable paperwork in certain countries regarding what it does, and the two should not be. The real world one is the one that CCP knows about. The in-game one is like anything else, an in-game thing. There is no such thing as an in-game protected by CCP charity.
Yeah, the thing with
Well,
The thing for me is
sad
this.
thing
This is pretty much where I come
sorry.
down this side of this thing is, I'm with Dirk in the whole social shielding thing. I'm not. I don't think let people blow this shit up. Fuck this thing, because we've had these people on our show plenty of times. They go on other shows plenty of times. They do streaming drives, stuff that gets them donations and stuff. They can do all this stuff that is protected under the shield of it's not in game, so they can't get them killed. There's plenty of ways they can do this stuff without having to drop something in game and then say, "Please don't shoot this." So I mean,
they're actually not saying please don't shoot this.
No, I'm not.
C4.
No, hold on, I'm not.
Because
I never said they said that.
C4 has always said, "Feel free to shoot the citadel," because it gives the kids something to work for.
Right.
No, and that's what I'm
What
saying.
about
My point
the tweet
I'm trying to say
Graf
is,
put out
my point I'm saying is
of
that
course goons would attack a charity when they would, and specifically talking
Right,
about that
right.
citadel. So they put it out there and expected nobody to hit.
but they're
it.
not attacking a charity. They're attacking
No,
a
no.
structure in space.
Well, that's how it was portrayed, though. A lot of people, like Jeff Rader's show, came out and said, "Yeah, it's for a charity, and if anyone's dumb enough to hit a charity event, they're fucking stupid." When you have things like that, it sends a mixed message, and that's why I say it's a controversial topic to blow up on Reddit, because PL got called out for it, right? They openly got called out. Hey, are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna call it a charity just to get it online? And now they're saying there's gonna be 6 more dropped for charity. If you want to give to charity, hand CCP a trillion ISK and have them turn it into Plex, which has been done before.
When
Well,
there
no, I mean,
issue in
there
Haiti.
this
are
is all
in-game
part of-
charities and there are out-of-game charities. Whether it be Sindel Pellion's Angel Project, whether it be Mike Azariah's Magic Yellow Floating School Bus or whatever. There are a number of these things. Eve Best of Us, the Best of Us group. There are a number of these things. It seems like there's more and more every day, to be quite honest. But whatever people want to do out there. If it's in game, it can be attacked. If it's in game, it probably should be attacked. And if you think that you shouldn't attack a charity, I don't care which one it is, because of somebody might feel bad about it, too goddamn bad, you should attack it. Okay? But just remember, if somebody has an actual military defense of it, that is an entirely different story. So who knows? Maybe this is something that will add content. I hope that it does. I like the fact that it is in low sec and not in high sec, and therefore you have to deal with all the war deck things. There are other charity ones out there that are actually claiming to be charity and may very well be. I'm not discounting that, but that are planning on putting themselves in high sec, which adds an entirely different layer. I personally don't like the social shield aspect. Nobody out there should consider the social shield aspect in it, but they should consider who the friends of it are.
Right.
The timing on this thing
And
is
whether or
absolutely
not it's a scam,
impeccable,
okay.
too.
Whether or not it's a scam, anybody out there who commits a scam using something that they're claiming to be a charity is a complete imbecile, because what will happen very quickly is it just won't be used for the purposes that you wanted it to be used for, which is a free port for super capitals over on that kind of side of the map.
That's the thing where if they're going to use it for a spot that everyone can come in and it's like free ported where you can come in and sell your super capital, buy a super capital, I don't know if I trust it with a null set. I don't care who it is, PL, Goons, even like some other group. I mean, because I'm not going to spend that much ISK and hope that when I go there, they're going to let me undock and jump away and not kill me. Now, if they did it, if they built this and then gave it to Kriba to run, then I'd be like a little more comfortable going in and do, if they're like, we're going to make a charity keepstar and donate it to Kriba to use for his third-party stuff, I'd be like, I'll dock there. If Kriba's running the thing, I know he's not going to, sell me a super and then lock me out of the station.
Yeah, but what about the timing of it? So
hard.
You guys talk about like a super ganking spot, like they could hit a lot of things and have Titans logged in there, boat said. And like the timing of it, so like the war happens, Goons lose all their SOV, and a bunch of alliances leave, and now they're doing these charity citadels that are strategically kind of placed around. I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
It's hard for me. Okay, so you say social aspect. It's hard for me because the last time I fucked with a quote unquote charity was a guy's like death roam. A guy died and they want to do a room for him, and I fucked with it. And I had death threats, personal assaults on Reddit. There was 1,000 posts about how shitty of a person I am and I should go to hell. It was bad. Like the amount of shit I got flung at me.
I think
even while I was streaming. And
I think we actually covered it here.
Yeah, when you have that kind of a approach to someone who goes in game after something, nobody even went anywhere near that citadel. Like for the whole 24 hours, no one even thought about going near it. One, because of PL, but two, because they didn't want to have to deal with the bullshit that comes after it, right? And I think that's kind of a bad way to approach a video game.
It is.
And so, we'll see.
It absolutely is. I mean, I recall the issue with you regarding the Memorial Rome. Okay, had to do with whether or not you infiltrated it and tried to set it up for whatever. Okay, and the case that I made at the time was, you know what? It was a Memorial Rome being flown inside of a war zone. Guess what? Non-purple shoot-it fleets get infiltrated all the time regarding those types of things. If you really wanted to make your Memorial Rome not have to deal with that, then don't come to a war zone. But in this case here, I don't think that you should ever use the idea of a social shield. And by everything that I have heard from C4, he's not using that. In fact, what he's saying is come attack it. The kids will love it. And you know what? So as people out there who have the balls to go after it should go after it. That being said, there was a tweet that came out the other day. I saw it from Grath that talked about goons attacking a charity, goons attacking a charity or something along those lines. Now, at first, I thought it was this Citadel because it happened to be the same day that this was going down. I asked about it, and what I was told is no, not the Citadel, the actual charity itself. Apparently, there have been a number of questions out there, and a lot of which was related to on that Reddit thread. Regarding the actual charity, the real world side of it.
Yeah, goons have a bad history with charities because the last two that we tried to do, the first one we tried to take actively a part in, the guy scammed it, a Titan's worth of money that was supposed to go to charity. And the other one was we did a charity for a guy in Goons. He did a GoFundMe because his wife was dying in the hospital, and then he ended up taking that money and gambling it all the way. And so we have a bad rep with charities. Usually when someone says, let's do this charity, let's help out, it ends up going to 4 or 5 guys who are PI type dudes, and they investigate the shit out of it. And I think there was a post in the thread that said, we're tired of everyone trying to investigate if this charity is legit or not. And it's okay, you want me to give you $100 for charity, but how do I know that $100 is going to go to a charity? Well, and I think that's where goons have issues with it.
Real quick, I want to say in game, in Twitch, Space Gator says CCP is between a rock and a hard spot on this one. Ideally, it would be Plex for good, but which charities do you choose? I don't think they are. I don't think CCP is between a rock or any place on this one because these entities don't necessarily need CCP. CCP does their when tragedy hits around the world, they do the Plex for things, and they do their own kind of charity things, like when they do their little events and whatnot to shake people's head for Plex and stuff. But as far as I don't CCP doesn't even need to look twice at this. Just let this continue being what is great about this game, which is player-driven content. This is player-driven stuff. I don't see whether there's a rock or a hard spot on this for them because, as far as they're concerned, this is all in-game stuff. This is dealing, let the players deal with this shit however they want to deal with it.
Yeah. Now, the different side of that is where CCP does involve themselves, okay, is when you are dealing with a real world charity. Apparently, all right, as far as I know, the paperwork has been presented to CCP regarding the real world side of this, because everybody has to remember that there are some things that go on outside of the game regarding care for kids in the real world, okay, with his travel to various hospitals in a couple of different countries in Europe, as well as helping them. I don't know if it's get hardware or whatever it is, but there is actual official paperwork that's been supposedly filed that has been given to CCP to prove to them. But in the game, there is no such thing as a real charity. It is only what you prove to people that it is. Now, normally, there's never any hardware that people can necessarily get to. In this case, we've reached the point where there is actually some hardware out there, but you know what? Attack it will.
Yeah. So you were talking about the tweet with Grath. So he wasn't referring to the Citadel?
Apparently, no, because I was talking to you that day when that came out, if I recall. And I asked him later, and he said no. He said the thing that he was bitching about was there was actual kind of verbal attacks on the authenticity of the real world side of the charity, not the in-game thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna call shots.
I'm gonna call one thing. This is pretty fucking sad. We have barely 100 viewers. Where the fuck is everybody? Why did nobody tweet or ping this out?
It was tweeted. I even retweeted it.
Well, we don't. We see what that gets.
I didn't send it out over
else?
on PL Jabber, but
no one pinged
IRC,
Jabber. You guys should have pinged. Like, no one even pinged Coon Jabber for it.
I mean,
got you another 100.
So
has anybody figured out the boyfriend's real name yet?
With you attacking that charity, or like quote unquote attacking. Okay. So I hit a charity before. So a buddy of mine died in the military, and there was this charity room going on, and I went and hit it. And this was a guy I knew in real life. And the only reason is that there's two ways people handle these things, and like some people don't think that Eve is a game for some reason. So we went and hit it and blew up this like bling fit dreadnought thing, and everybody had a good time, even though it didn't go the way they wanted it. It was still super fun, and everybody had fun. So I mean, I don't know. It's not that bad to do things like that. It just depends on how people react. Like some people see this as more than a game.
Shots.
It's not a game. Damn it!
Yeah,
how isn't it?
But we're not going to get into it.
So to get back into the game bit, CCP announced this week they put in some little stealth notes in there that they adjusted yesterday, but fighters are being nerfed. For those of you that use carriers and super carriers to rat, it'll be almost impossible now. The new fighter change will make them hit frigate-sized things.
I think Sergio's going to jump in and help talk about this.
Yeah, kind of like a big torpedo hitting a frigate. It just doesn't work like from a Phoenix. So they're going to make it so it's really hard to.
Is this regarding the issue with kind of like alphaing shit?
Yeah.
Or is this about like what we would consider normal ratting?
I would say both. So like right now, a fighter, like a group of fighters from one carrier that's 1,000 kilometers away can alpha a newbie and like a rifter.
Before you dig into this, I just want to say this.
We just got a $5 donation from Drink Cum Make Parched Throat.
Nice.
He says he's thirsty.
You know what I'm saying? Before we get into this is one of the things that when I first started playing this game, I had to like totally just get out of my mind is the fact of like in real life, if a torpedo hit a frigate, you know what would be left? Nothing.
Well, right. But the idea, the way
it's hard.
No, hold on. I know. Don't let's. Oh God, don't get into game mechanics, dear sweet Jesus. I know. I'm just saying that coming from playing games like Navy Field and World of Warships and stuff like that. When I started playing this game, it was oh my God, my frigate's getting hit by torpedoes, but I'm like somehow like badass. Yay me. So I mean that is one thing that I've always kind of hated about this game is some of this stuff just seems kooky. But here we go. So the changes. What are they doing? They're making fighters hit frigates with torpedoes.
Fighters are going to scale now on SIG a lot better. So if you try ratting with them, you won't kill the frigate rats at all, and it'd be near impossible. They changed it to do more damage with like the little basic gun rather than the big missile volley. So the missile volley is getting nerfed.
It doesn't necessarily do more damage, but it applies better with the basic gun. But what they've done is nerf the damage application on the volley, both to reduce its alpha. They've also increased the amount of charges you can load into a single before you have to reload it. So basically, you can run for longer without having to pull your fighters back and reload. The idea is, I guess, to reduce the alpha on smaller ships. So they apply like torp, so you wouldn't be able to like instantly volley a Dicta, for example.
Yeah, and then there's also a change to triage and siege mode are now E-war immune. So they backed down on that. It used to be that this big patch was going to make it so they weren't E-war immune and you're going to be able to fuck with them. Well, now you can't. So if you have siege or triage, so dread or a fax machine, you'll now be immune to E-war.
Didn't they change that with Bastion mod too? So like, Marauders get that too?
Yeah, the Bastion mod too. So that's a big step back. Like everyone was all excited, like, hey, we can finally fuck with these things, and now you can't. So,
but now this is something that I just want to go back to the fighters real quick. This is something that a number of people have commented on out there. I mean, Boat, I know you've commented on it. Regarding some fleets you took against carriers. Sergio, you're part. Look, you're in Waffles, but I know you fly a carrier. This is something that you know something about. I mean, do you think that this is a reasonable change?
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, for carriers to be so effective against every single class of ship in the game and to completely wipe out the meta is ridiculous. Like, what's really happened here is that they've applied so well that you're now forced to use larger ships because otherwise you're just going to get volleyed. and really that's thrown it out of balance. Like, there's no reason that you'd fly a cruiser and go up against a carrier, because you're just going to get volleyed. Your logistics isn't going to land reps. In a way, forcing people to use bigger ships could be argued as a good thing, but really to like level the meta and have capital so powerful against every other class is game breaking, really, at a wider level.
Wait, Bo, do you think you figured out who Sergio really is?
Yeah, I finally figured it out. Like at first, I was like, I recognized the voice. I'm picking up the face from somewhere. I've seen it before. And then he says waffles. So.
I thought Dirk said it before the show.
No, he did. Yeah.
No, I didn't hear it before.
I said it.
So.
Oh no,
He did. No, Dirk did say it, and yeah. Although when Dirk said it, I thought it was someone else.
But I am trying to still play along with it here.
Apparently, Lieutenant Dan Extreme has a crush on him.
Watch out for Dan.
Are you reading the chat? He's got an accent. Hot.
Yeah.
Everyone's like hitting on
but it's a big change because, like, all right, so example, say you're in Pandemic Horde or Karma Fleet, or you're a fleet of newbies and rifters. It was shown that like a fleet of 100 frigates will go against a couple of carriers. So, like, you tackle a carrier riding in a belt, and you're gonna lose all your tacklers before you get it killed, right? You're gonna have to bring a real big ship. You're talking about people undocking from a station. We had a newbie tell me this week. He undocked from a station. As he went to hit warp on his Rifter, it got alphaed by a carrier's fighters, and then his pod was alphaed before he could warp his pod out. And he was sad. And I felt so bad. I was like, how the fuck is a carrier who's not even at the station, right? He's out at Fortizar, 1,000, 2,000 kilometers away, killing a newbie? I was like, poor newbie. And so, yeah, that
I mean, I've seen all kinds of people, you know, that are bitching about this. I mean, you got people, Laz bitching about.
Laz, did you guys see that
That's
video?
because he lost a fucking like.
Yeah, did you see the video?
Tengu.
No.
I was right
in,
behind him when that happened. I was chasing them when that happened.
I'm right behind you, bro.
So
Laz
is streaming, Christopher Ross streaming, and I'm streaming. I'm trying to catch up to them to fight them. And then they get fucking stomped on at this gate, and I was one jump behind. I was so glad I didn't make it in there.
So someone says, how many times have you died on the second on the deck box? Personally, once. I lost an insta-warp interceptor to a carrier. But that's the only time I've died undocking. But no, so yeah, Laz, for those who don't know, there was a video of it. You go check out his video of that. He was on a gate, and he was taking the fighters from a carrier because, I mean, a Bling Tengu can do that. And then a Hell jumped in. He's at full shields. The Hell's T2 fighters attacked once and just volleyed him from full shields to dead. Just got hit one time.
Did you actually talk to him? Because I was talking to him afterwards, and he went through the log, and what it was the Thani hit him with 2 volleys, and then the Hell hit him. So it was like a combined attack between the two of them, and it just alphaed him off.
I just saw him on Jabber afterward, and he was just so fucking mad. He's like, how the fuck is this possible? I had the signature radius of a frigate. How the fuck am I dying to a Hell?
Yeah, we were supposed to go Roman battleships after that, and he claimed he was hungry, but it was pretty obvious that he was pretty mad about that.
Yeah, he was mad.
So he logged off, and then it never ended up happening. But I mean, there should be like a happy medium. Like a carrier should be able to destroy a frigate. I'm sorry, but like if you look realistically, if a frigate goes up against a carrier in real life,
it should
be able to kill that.
A certain type of weaponry to do.
You got to remember the new Eve. In the last 2 or 3 years, CCP has pushed really hard for newbies and small groups to be able to impact the game, and the reason they made it so that ships like Dreads weren't E-War immune is so a newbie in his frigate could have an impact on a siege Dread.
I don't know.
And with these fighter changes, carriers, who needs Dreads anymore? Like, people are all like, Dread bombs are going to be the king. Even PL was saying this at one point, but it's not. No, fuck it. Drop 10 carriers and 5 faxes and wipe out a subcat fleet.
Well,
and not even have a scratch.
If you look at Star Wars, capital ships can't even kill haulers, like smuggling ships. So.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, like, all their ship classes are based on, like, you can look at any naval terms, like frigates, destroyers, battleships, carriers, like, all that stuff. I know, I get it, it's a game, but I mean, a carrier versus a frigate, the carrier's going to win every time. Just like battleships should be just absolutely destroying frigates, but I mean, it gets under your guns. Realistically, that would never happen. I mean, there's grappler webs and stuff now, which help, but...
I mean, look, you're even though, I hate to do this 3 times before, your real life thing is still kind of weird. I mean, even a U.S. carrier is still going to have a hard time hitting little boats.
Right.
I mean,
no,
even if you
launch
launch planes that have... Well, okay, but still. And then the fighters are going to have air-to-sea missiles to take these things out.
Which they have.
Well, of course, but again, they still deal it. But again, we still don't send our carriers out alone.
Right. You have to support them.
Which we
they
should. We should send them out because what we should be doing with our carriers is baiting other people.
Well, no, hold on. This is why I think that some of the real life stuff can be implemented as a game or should be. Is in real life we have carrier groups that have destroyers and cruisers that go with these things. So in a sense of what you're saying is now in game, a carrier is not going to be able to defend itself against a bunch of frigates. It needs destroyers and cruisers and stuff like that there to assist it. Well, I mean, to me that makes sense because as part of this game, and this is why I've hated fleets. I hate fleets where everybody has to have a point in a web. I like fleets where people have jobs. Your job here is to tackle. Your job is here to shoot these people. I want you going as much DPS as you can. Let these little guys tackle. I don't need you with a point. I like that. So I like the idea that in, say, if you have a bunch of carriers, you also have people that are with them. It's like your job is to make sure kill the little shit that's harassing the carriers. It's not here for you to do anything else. Battleships come in, we got somebody else for that. Your job is to deal with the little menaces.
Ideally, but I mean, all fleets end up being just a giant thing of the same ship.
What makes it hard too is someone came up with an idea of using small like say caracals to kill the fighters, right? You undock, kill the fighters. This was done once against 10 carriers. 40 caracals died to kill 10 carriers worth of fighters, which cost like 50 million at the end of the day, right? So because CCP has a mechanic where if you kill one of the fighters in the fighter group, it takes 2 seconds or a second and a half before you can do damage to it again. So
it's like a 2D game where you get hit
it's a little break.
and you start flashing and you can't.
How many caracals to kill how many fighters?
40 caracals.
I think it was 40 caracals we lost out of like a 50-man fleet. Like the caracals were just getting alphaed by the fighters.
And how many
before we
fighters?
managed to kill like 20 sets of fighters. 20 sets of fighters is worth
20
like,
sets of fighters. Okay, but now
Guys,
so let's see.
Mr. Hyde has joined us, just FYI.
Hi, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, we should.
A lot of people are joining us.
Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde is a CSM member. These days, we think that there is that going on. We think that there's a CSM. But Mr. Hyde has joined because I wonder if Mr. Hyde has been killed by one of these fighters out there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And that's the reason that I've been advocating for some tone on that.
Yay! Hi, Mr. Hyde. I didn't know you were on TeamSpeak. Hi.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
We didn't mean he joined us in the Twitch chat. There's a whole bunch of people in the Twitch chat.
But before we forget like what we were talking about, just the point that BC was talking about. Yeah, 100%. A carrier should be supported by different things. But at the same time, if a carrier gets caught off guard by itself, it's not completely defenseless. So I mean, like nerfing it, I just think there's probably like a middle ground.
No. If for some reason you get caught, I agree. You should have the ability to defend yourself for
not
a little
to the
bit.
point you can now.
Imagine this for a second. Okay,
there should be a middle ground. I think CCP is going too far in the other direction.
We all remember the old Supercarrier supercharged, right? The supercharged Supercarriers back in the day, remember Martok would go around in his fucking Supercarrier everywhere he went and just annihilate anything and everything and would drop on anything because he knew he could kill it and nothing could get him. So I mean, yeah, having that we don't want to go back to, but I mean, being able to defend yourself for a little bit is not a bad thing. But again, at a certain point, you really have got to say, okay, guys, I may have fucked up. Is there anybody willing to come help me?
Well, here's an example.
And that's what it should be.
You figure, okay, let's kill these fighters that are on the undock, and the carrier is nowhere near, right? So they can't repair them. So we warped in like, 50 destroyers, 100 kilometers off these fighters. And we're like, okay, we'll just snipe at them with Spike, and then we'll be gone before they get to us. Before we finished like coming out of warp and landing, the fighters had moved 100 kilometers because they go for like 15K a second, and they were at the spot waiting for us. And then before we could even warp out, like 10 died. And it was like, oh, you fucking kidding me?
Well, yeah, you can direct them where to go, right? Like,
yeah, right. And with the micro warp drive,
you just send them.
They can go 100 kilometers in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 seconds.
Like, those things we could do like 10K a second, and the problem is that whereas before, if you had like a super launching 10 fighters, you could shoot, like with a 40-man fleet, you could shoot all 10 fighters at once. Now you can only technically shoot 3 at a time because of the 3 squadrons, right? Or 5.
Right, yeah.
So
like, the fighters shouldn't go that fast because the fighters are essentially little frigates, right? Like, you're not getting frigates going that fast unless you have snake sets and you're flying a Dramiel. You know what I mean? And it's very specialized. For every one of those things,
frigates don't
going
have like
that fast,
40-second cooldown either on the micro.
Ridiculous.
So.
You can't solo PvP anymore. I saw Laz doing his thing, and I saw a couple other streamers that solo PvP, and the fear of a carrier appearing if you get tackled is so strong.
For years, though.
Well, no, I mean, like, you could go around like Mr. Hyde's battleship thing, and you could go around, and if a 10-man gang approaches, you are okay. I'm terrified. I have like a 5 billionist blink tank, and after I saw Laz get blown up by the carrier in hell, I won't even take it in zero, like out of high sec. Like I roam around killing high sec people with it, because fuck carriers. Like all you have to do is scrams, and you're done.
I'm just gonna say this because I just asked. I just asked Apothny if he was going to be coming to E Vegas this year, and he said no, not unless I paid for it.
Fuck.
But I'm going to tell you right now, if Apothny came to E Vegas, if he literally came to E Vegas and took the T-shirt off of his back, I would put it on in the heart bar and wear his T-shirt.
That's scary.
But then he doesn't want a stretched out T-shirt.
Do you know how tight that would be on me? That it would be like, holy shit.
It's tight on him.
It might actually suffocate me. Putting on an Apothny T-shirt would suffocate me.
Like I could see Apothny, which is kind of scary, wearing like one of those like roll up tank top. You know, like the girls wear those T-shirts where they roll them up and put them in a ball.
Yeah, I was saying it'd be like a belly shirt
midriff shirts. Yeah, I can see Apothny wearing one of those. You know.
Oh man, love that guy. Love that guy. Although he disappointed me at FanFest because he totally rolled up in a non-alliance tournament shirt this year for the Amar Championships.
I told you guys this a couple weeks ago, but if I hit my weight loss goal, which is actually looking like I will, I'm wearing. I
was gonna say, I haven't seen you on camera in a little while.
He's gonna wear a unitard.
You're looking a lot better.
No, I'm wearing the what do you want to call it? The thing from the one movie. I don't remember the movie name, but the green Leah
from Borat.
Yeah, the Mankini. Yes, from Borat. I'll be wearing that.
Banana hammock.
Oh my god, that'll be so outstanding. Especially if you do a lime green one that we can green screen out.
Well, yes, actually no, because then if it goes on, I can't wear it on Twitch. So.
Yeah, well, you gotta wear that with the hat in Vegas.
Well, you could. Yeah.
As long as you did a green screen one that we can green screen out, and like we put like an avatar in front of you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You could probably do it. Yeah. You have to put. Oh my god. Yeah, but that's the plan.
That would be good stuff.
Uncle Donkey says, "What is your weight loss goal, though?" Mine was not crying when I got out of the shower.
That's beautiful.
Exactly.
Now,
I mean, look, here's the thing. So, I mean, because they don't care. I mean, this is something I was going to ask. So it's kind of a personal thing. I also have a goal thing that I'm setting up for myself.
You have a weight goal for EV?
No, not so much a weight goal, just a mobility goal.
Lifestyle.
I was curious because I've never really done this, and I will. I'll hoard out. I'm just curious. How many people would actually pay for me to go to Vegas? And I mean, that's a serious thing.
I get it. I get what you mean.
I mean, because it's like, look, I mean, I'm going to do this for me, obviously. I'd love to go to Vegas. But, I mean, if something happens, because if I could get the listeners to pay for it, then I could tell my wife she stayed home with the kids. Now, if my wife pays for it, I can't do that.
You can't go by yourself. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? If the wife pays, my wife wants to go.
Know. It's about
we should set up two different GoFundMes. The one for BC to go or the one for Mrs. BC to go.
And see who gets
which one wins first.
And see which one wins. And we can let Gribba or
you know what? The sad thing is, you know who should win?
The Care for Kids keepstar.
The Mrs. BC should win. You know what? She definitely deserved it. She's earned it.
Actually, I'll be honest with you. One of our other streamers is going now because she got a free hotel. Someone hooked her up, and I'm. Nice Trick's going now.
Oh,
and
nice.
I just found out a week or two ago, I think it was 10 days ago or so, that I'm getting a free stay at the Cosmopolitan in a nice big ass room.
You told us that the last time because you know somebody who like stays over there.
I gotta know more people, man. This is brutal.
Yeah,
I'm getting a half price hotel
people, man.
I'm bunking up with Jay. But
yeah, I'm literally gonna be across the street in a big old room. I'm not gonna have to like stay in room with goons or other
I'll have
people.
to ask him if there's room for two in his whoopee or whatever he calls it.
I heard a horror story. I don't know if you guys can.
Marshmallow says, "Shave the beard to raise funds, big." You know what? Truth be told,
I would throw money at that.
I would probably do that if that's what it takes. I'll probably shave it live on air for donations.
$10 right now to do that.
$10.
It's a start.
But
just trying to grease the wheel.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
You guys have been.
Yes.
I heard a rumor that
it's true.
A very reliable.
Literally any rumor that came out of Vegas is absolutely true.
That I have to get my own room because
not true.
The reason I'm getting my own room is because the last time he bunked with goons, he was invited to stay at the party suite, and he said at one
you should
point
never do that.
At one point, he
that.
said he slept in the closet for about an hour so that he could at least get some away time, and even that hour wasn't enough. So I'm curious: does this happen?
Right,
it depends on who you're roomed with.
If your invitation is to the goon suite, okay, God knows what might be going on there at any given time. Okay, I mean, it could be some crazy party. It could be a bunch of like who the fuck walks in. Hell, it could be Alex just freaking pacing the room and keeping you awake or something like that, right?
Yeah. Hey, I'll be honest, Alex isn't that bad, but
other people as opposed to if you room with somebody else, like if you just decide to share a room or whatever.
Hold on, this is important. Look at chat.
Chances are they're just wrecked.
Riker196 says he'll pay for the whole thing if you shave your beard, Big Country.
No fucking
he might
way.
charge back his credit.
You know what?
Whole thing. There it is in chat.
The problem is this, okay? The problem is this, and this is just one of those sad things about Twitch, okay? Obviously, we would be able to accept the money. Obviously, we would have to wait until it absolutely freaking cleared, and then he would shave it, or the Matani.com would not release the money. But there's no, hey, if you make a donation tonight, he's going to shave his beard tonight because...
Well, he can do the donation straight to my PayPal.
We know how crazy kids can,
Well, I mean, he can do it straight to my PayPal. Then when it showed up,
well, it'll show up pretty soon. It's just he would have 30 days to recall it, and so
right.
I'm going to be honest though. I'm going to be honest.
Worst
okay,
case
if
scenario,
somebody's willing to pay for you,
free, I mean that's not the end.
If somebody's going to be willing to pay your freight there, okay, and I don't say freight lightly, but
yeah, you do. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Wait, he can't say freight lightly either.
No, no that's what I mean. It's like when I say pay your freight, it's not just like, hey, can you buy me like dinner tonight or something? All right, but I gotta be honest. I think you're kind of worthy of your wife. Forget the beard. I almost think shaving the beard for you is easy. It would be more along the lines of waxing your back, your chest, with duct tape.
That'd be easy for me. I don't have shit for back hair or chest hair.
You know, shaving a beard is easy. Okay, you just get a razor and shave it. But considering I haven't shaved in years. I mean,
what you're gonna find under there.
I don't know. Didn't you shave like I thought you shaved like a year ago.
I am not the studly man you see before you with my beard gone.
Well,
I literally look like two cheeks and an asshole.
He looks like a Zika baby when you shave his beard.
What the fuck? This shot every week it just gets better and better.
I was gonna say I didn't know we were gonna come on tonight.
I'm gonna tell everybody to prep a shot now.
Prepping a shot?
Prep it.
Yeah, see, if I wasn't trying to
we have Rain's boyfriend who has not got to experience the show all that much, so we're hopefully he's enjoying it now.
He says he's white girl wasted.
Oh damn!
That's pretty wasted. That's like high school drunk.
He's totally ready to vote Brexit.
That was Rain's goal all along. It was to get him on the show and just get him white girl wasted and
he's logged in
take
on
advantage of him.
accounts.
She's gonna flip off the webcam and log off in a second.
I'm gonna
throw him on the bed.
The Revenant.
Yeah. No. She's gonna throw him on the bed and flip off the webcam so he's drunk enough.
Okay, like that's really inappropriate.
Hey, you're the one feeding them alcohol. Look at you. Just handing them the drink. Drink more, dude.
Here, foreign cousin. Let me get you drunk on a Twitch stream.
He's spilling already too.
Holy crap, man!
Oh god,
dude! All I got to say is watch out. We've heard some of the things she likes to do with them squirrel things on the bed. Be careful.
To the mere fact that people meet in real life, you know what I mean? Shit. It's like whatever.
So Ray's boyfriend, before you go to bed, hide all the squirrels on the bed because they will find their way into strange places.
Oh, that's just awkward.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're gonna have a squirrel up your butt.
Yeah, you will have a squirrel up your butt.
Nestling in, making a nice new home.
Well, hold on. You're from the UK. You know Doctor Who. You know the Angels, right?
That's a bold assumption. Maybe he doesn't self-identify by his accent.
When you close your eyes, the squirrels move around. When you open your eyes, they freeze.
Oh.
That's really scary because I have
Look,
a lot
this
of
is
squirrels.
not Emily wants to play.
Actually, I'm gonna go show you guys like how much I love squirrels.
I think the first time I ever saw that used in a movie, I know it's been used a lot, but it was the remake of fuck, what's that Stephen King novel where here's Johnny with the fucking
The Shining?
The Shining?
The Shining,
How did
yeah,
you
yeah.
not know that?
Well, I knew it. I just don't remember the name.
It's the Shinning Man. What do you want to
I love
sued?
Squirrels too, but I
Dirk
gotta
will
be
tell
honest.
you, I'm
the
not good
best,
at remembering names of things, but
the best video ever.
the
is
remake of it had like the hedge lions outside.
We did so like I literally have everything squirrel. So people are like, "Oh, Rain just likes a squirrel plushie." Like, no, I literally like people just buy me squirrel shit, and I love it. Like this bumper sticker saying I break for squirrels. I had like candy bowls and salt.
That's the problem with people out there. That's what causes accidents. Just so you know, when you break.
So you're
for a
like
fucking
Jessica
squirrel,
Alba from Good Luck Chuck with dolphins. It's just your thing is squirrels.
Yes, it's like.
But
you know, like
look, I will tell you,
like
this is
My
old
Little
school.
Pony?
This is
I
old
just
school.
like
Remember when
Hold on,
internet first came out?
Hold on. Time out. It's Twitch. It's a member of the Twitch chat that has said this. Rocket showed up just because YOLO has been spotted outside in the rain with a boombox.
Oh God.
Oh no.
In your eyes.
The light is in your
No,
eyes.
he's probably playing "I'm All Out of Love."
I'm gonna take my scarf and leave.
I like squirrels; they're fine. But I remember one of the first videos I ever saw on the internet was back when there was like a thing called E-Bombs World.
Oh my
there was
God,
a video
that shit website.
of a squirrel that got up on a porch and they had built a slingshot, this catapult, and the squirrel got it and said they launched it. And all you heard was two rednecks going fucking batshit crazy. Best video
I
ever.
saw that
Rednecks.
video. I think I saw that one. I
Best
actually
video
annihilated a prairie dog this week when I was working, heading down the highway.
I
had no. It's not like I didn't slow down. I had
you
no
were
chance.
so mean.
I had no chance to react. I like right at the start. I was like, "Oh shit!"
I like how
there
you
was
were
three-
bragging at the beginning of the story, and then I scolded you, and now you're like, "I'm so sorry."
No.
It was an accident."
I'm not like.
I'm so
not in
sorry I
tears.
didn't wreck my car because
I'm not in tears over it,
Didn't
but
sound like he was bragging.
there
because
was
he annihilated it.
well now I'm
A car
bragging. There
will
was
annihilate
3
that.
thumps on that one. So it hit the first tire, then was launched up into the undercarriage, and then hit the back tire.
Oh my God.
I saw it in the rearview mirror. It was like like tumbling down the road.
Oh Lord. Come on, let's be nice to
I'm
animals.
just
I
showing
felt
my
bad
open
for a
com
second.
show Eve Northeast Cup, again, which anybody coming to Eve Northeast will actually get a really cool open com show Eve Northeast 2016 beverage
Now,
cup.
we was gonna spend extra and make them so that they were Wi-Fi hotspots, but then we realized it wouldn't help you out there anyways. So okay, never mind.
No. That is one of the things. It's one of the things that I've not pimped about Eve Northeast, which 1 week from right now, literally 1 week from right now, 9:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am going to be fucked up by this point. But 1 week from right now, Eve Northeast starts. And yeah, everybody coming to it will get one of these really cool open comms cups. And we're gonna have a good freaking time there, unless it rains and then it's gonna like totally suck balls.
So what you're saying is I should drive down.
You
should drive down, dude. I swear to God, I don't give a shit. You know what? I will let you sleep. I will let you sleep over in the corner of my 6-man tent.
Careful, Dirk. I'm on the hunt for a new woman.
No, well, you know what? Here. I'm gonna tell you right now how you can get my woman. This is how you can get my woman. If
I was referring to you.
If it rains, you totally find a nearby like casino or high-end hotel. I was about ready to say motel, but and you tell her I'll take you there, and she'll be like, "Fuck that guy," because she is so not into mud unless it's like Lewis Lit mud. Which was a Suits reference for you people who like totally like forgot about that show exists.
Hey, did I tell you I'm finally on season 2 of Game of Thrones?
Season 2.
Dude, you can't
Oh
mention
my
Game of Thrones
God.
this early in the night.
Is
You know
that when John dies?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Which is here's
Is
the
that
best
when
part about
John
spoilers
dies?
is that I'm so far behind that any spoilers that come out don't even apply to me.
Man, like Ned Stark is like fresh in your mind right now, and to all of us.
No. Right now, I can feel the tangent moving off into that. We're not getting there yet.
Oh,
We're
gotta
not
wait.
getting to Game of Thrones right now.
Yeah, we got
okay?
about 40
we will
minutes.
get
till
to
that
it.
goes.
We will get to it. There's no question about that. But
How about
Eve Northeast?
Division?
1 week from now, we have a long weekend that is going to be filled with multiple really fun people up at Eve Northeast. We've got a beer pong tournament that is going to take place. We've got multiple other things. We have got CCP Logi Bro, fucking Logi Bro, Group 10.
Group 10.
Who is going to be there? We have also got CCP. Oh my God, I always forget his freaking name from the art department.
Alpha.
No, it's not Alpha. I wish it was Alpha.
The art team?
No, I don't wish it was Alpha. I'm really happy it's whoever CCP decides to send.
Hunter?
You were shit talking Alpha.
No.
He was hanging out with us last
I know,
time.
I know.
Hunter an
Oh,
art
damn it.
guy, or
No,
I've always got to
Hunter's
look it up.
Hunter's the bald guy?
I can't remember his name right now.
he
There's a
in
guy
Vegas
from the art
this last
department.
time?
I'm really glad that they send back
Larrikin?
office people to these things as well as front office. I think it's totally great. It's not pointy bits. I will look it up and I will announce it in a little while. I totally forget. I'm sorry. I don't know him from by name or like in person or whatever. But there are 2 people from CCP that are coming. One of which is Logi Bro. Yeah, we're gonna have a good freaking time. Saturday night, I know Mrs. McGurk's cousin's band is coming to play live for us. I know that we are going to be having karaoke. Dirk will, in fact, be singing karaoke. I don't know what they have on the karaoke machine, but I will, in fact, get the fuck up there and sing. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. It is going to be totally fucking interesting. And my 5 cases of Yingling and 3 bottles of Tito's will go a long way.
Whatever happened to the fuck, I'm like getting dementia or something. I keep forgetting the names of shit. What's that champagne
Sorry, man.
beer?
Dementia's alright. What's that? What?
The champagne beer thing.
Michelob?
No, the one that you always had before you got into the Yingling thing. Stella.
Oh, Stella Artois?
Yeah.
No. Oh my God, Stella Artois in the state of Pennsylvania is like way overpriced. When I can get like Yingling, which is brewed like 30 miles from where I live.
As overpriced as the soda tax.
We will be okay. And Buck Strider will be bringing. I think it's Kettle One and or Grey Goose, and we will be doing a Tito's challenge there. We are going to put Tito's head to head against Kettle One and or Grey Goose to find out what the attendees of the event think is the smoother, better tasting vodka. And I'm going to tell you right now, if they say it's one of those other ones, they're going to get kicked right in the fucking
Best
nuts.
way, just tell them like, okay, so we got Grey Goose, Kettle One, and Tito's, and just fill all 3 of the shot glasses with Tito's. So no matter what they pick, Tito's will win.
But yeah, so we are going to, we're going to have that. We're just going to do shots for fun. We're going to do shots for science. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good time. Really, totally looking forward to it, unless it rains. And then I'm just going to, get drunk and we're going to turn it into like, Woodstock 2003 or whatever the fuck it was and just get crazy. But yeah, Sullivan, dude. Drive the fuck down, walk the hell down, whatever it is you guys from Canada do.
Are you serious?
Ride a moose.
Ride a moose. Yeah, exactly.
I could take my dog sleds down.
Oh no!
No, your dog sleds can't pull you over non-frozen tundra. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I guess
Rain,
the further south I
could
go.
make it there if she wanted to. She's
No,
not
I
that far
work.
away.
Pennsylvania
It's like
and Iowa
1,200 miles, though,
are
isn't
really
it?
far.
I gotta be honest. I thought
I'm
this was
going
not
from
that
Canada.
far from me. It's still a little bit over 2 hours from where I am.
It would be
it is,
12 hours.
Yeah,
It is.
Iowa,
It
that's
is
like
kind
over
of
1,000
semi
miles.
in between Scranton, Pennsylvania, which we all know from the show The Office, and Binghamton, New York. So it is literally like butt fuck northeast, but not in Maine. But it's butt fuck from like any road of consequence. Which is really kind of cool because that means that the people that we're going to hunt on any given day are not going to be able to escape that easy. So
Nice.
it's going to be fun.
Is this like a horror movie?
Are you gonna hunt Ice
Yeah,
Cube?
yeah. There are some people that want us to like play horror movies at night or Deliverance or shit like that. We're not going to do that. We probably will on the first night there. The first night that this opens is on Thursday. My understanding is we will be airing Brokeback Mountain just so that guys get used to sleeping next to one another. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I'm going for the first time this year,
Brokeback Mountain, so guys,
this is gonna be
Wait.
interesting.
Oh my God!
Wait,
Are you
Hold on,
seriously going, Hyde?
Dirk.
Wait,
Here's
hold
the
on.
thing,
Where you
Dirk.
going, Hyde?
Vegas.
Yes!
Now
Oh,
we're
here's the
talking
thing,
about
Dirk.
Vegas. We're talking about
Hyde
camping.
is taking me to the
Hold
pizza
on.
prom.
Here's the thing,
So,
Dirk. Where they're having this
Dirk
is
has eyes. Exactly.
Listen.
Dirk has eyes.
where y'all having this is a LARPing field. Why watch
is.
it when you can LARP it?
Oh my God, dude! I thought about that. I thought about bringing I'm gonna be bringing my SUV so I could use that as a supercarrier and have people jump out of the back.
No,
of
no,
it.
I'm saying you said we're gonna watch Brokeback Mountain or Deliverance. Why watch it when you can LARP it?
Oh my God. man. You know, actually, if it wasn't for the fact that I was busy, this thing sounds so fun because I would definitely show up and do some dumb
Imagine
stuff.
Oh my
Dirk.
god, this will be bad.
Hold on, wait. Listen,
I
you
just
got
can't
Dirk.
go.
You got Dirk and McLean in a fucking in a tent going, man, we sure moved them cows today.
Mmm.
Cows, smelly.
Yep.
It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. The only thing that'll be missing apparently is Grath Telkin. Apparently he cannot show up because Grath doesn't do man-on-man like nature fun.
Jay McLean looks over to Dirk's eyes and goes, "You know what I like on my taters? Your mouth."
Uncle Donkey says, "Can I LARP the tent?"
Can I LARP the tent?
Unzip
Yeah, I was
me!
disappointed.
Unzip me!
Grath
Come
didn't
on
make
inside!
it to Grath didn't make it to our PL meet we had in DC this past weekend.
Oh, I wanted to go down to that. I gotta be honest, but
Someone
yeah,
else
couldn't.
didn't make it either.
Man, you know what? Well, people don't have anything near me. We need a PL.
That's
or
not true.
Eve.
They do
Hold on,
have
wait.
things near you.
Hold on. We need an Eve Big Country's backyard meet. Okay, I'm just.
Well, that you have to host yourself. Nobody else in Texas
Oh my
can
God,
host
dude,
a
you know
meet
what?
in somebody else's backyard.
Hold on,
But the
for
person
the
who owns
record-
the property.
For the record, this house that I'm on sits on a full acre. It's just wide open. We totally could do a fucking big ass party here.
A full acre.
Speaking of partying, I just got reminded today that there's a possible Eve Goon meetup going to happen in the Midwest. I guess what they call it in the Cincinnati area in July.
No.
I'm waiting for Ashtarothi and Pearl to get together. They're talking about possibly doing a Eve Portland, which is something I can actually go to.
There you go. That's something you can go to.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I mean, number one, goons do don't they do multiple meets out in kind of the Midwest area?
They
Yeah,
once a
so,
month.
I mean, between
We
Ice
have a-
Swarm and everything else, Madison meetups and.
So we have the Madison meetup once a month. Ice Swarm's in February in Madison. It's a big one. There's about 100 people go sometimes. We have Summer Swarm, which is happening in August. I'm going to that, and that gets a lot of people. And the really funny thing about that is they always make people get one of those photographs like you do at a jail cell with your name and everything, so you can actually put a name to a face. So they do that every year. It's kind of hilarious to see.
They should do
goons.
Summer Swarm.
Hold on.
San Diego.
Hold on, I need to clarify something. I'm not saying that an acre is like this wide out space. I'm just saying that we are not utilizing hardly any of our properties. I mean, we could seriously set up fucking big ass tents and it would just be badass. I mean, we have
And
tons
you
of
can wreck his house, and it's just like whatever.
No,
you just
we
fucking
ain't wrecking
party
nobody's
and go
house.
But
crazy.
yeah, there is a San Diego meetup that happens a lot, and then also Portland. Yeah, Portland. I don't know about Portland. I think it's Seattle that has it. Because I know
Holy
a bunch
shit,
of goons that
Sullivan,
go to it
are
and
you
they
going
get drunk.
bald, bro?
No, I shaved my head because I was too lazy to go get a haircut.
Wait, what about?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
Fucking drive me
wait,
nuts.
it looks like the
Seattle, what?
hairline
You're
of your shave is like kind of far back, bro.
Nah, I've always had a natural widow's peak, and it's always been high up. It's just
Really?
weird. Yeah.
He's also beet red because he doesn't know how to use proper protection from the sun.
Oh, I know how. I'm just lazy.
You don't know a sun condom.
And
Hey, don't ever
the
be lazy with
sunscreen
the
that
sun,
was on
man.
the boat.
That's-
Load your
cancer.
shots. Load your shots. We're gonna do a shot right now for Eve Northeast because unfortunately, I really think that the reception is gonna be so bad that there's gonna be no way of communicating from there for those of us. We won't be able to communicate out, which means we can't call for help or anything like that. I assume that there will be victims, but
You all use your phones as cameras, so then when you all get
We're gonna
murdered,
try
you
it.
have
I'm
you
actually
have,
gonna bring a
movie
regular
based
camera,
on
though,
it
too,
or
so.
something.
But yeah, shots up. This is the Eve Northeast next week.
So,
We're gonna party
so
like
The problem with
gonna,
it,
gonna party
my
like whack
Slovenian
jobs.
cousin is really drunk and has just spilled all over himself.
Oh my
Is
god!
that
Oh
alcohol?
my god! This is why they're gonna leave
Yeah.
Europe because Germans can drink better than UK people.
I don't think that's true. That's not true at all.
I mean,
Maybe hops, but nothing else.
I mean, we saw Killer B get really, really drunk at FanFest.
Yeah,
so-
he was drunk. He was drunk by like 8 p.m. and we had to pick him up off the floor and take him home.
and then kick him out.
Yeah, those poor kids.
Oh, here we're starting to get some good comments now.
Okay.
House Hendo DC, how's the remake of American History X going? Yeah, get it. I shaved my head. Got it. Yeah. I'm going to get my swastika tattoo next week, actually.
Swastika?
Your swastika? What is it? Is that the Italian fucking swastika?
Whatever it is.
Yes, he's going all fancy. He's going to be driving his Maserati to get
Yeah, man, I'm going to get my swastika next week.
That's not Italian. Yeah, man.
Oh, no, I just went Jamaican, but you know
Yeah,
what?
Jamaican
yeah,
Italian.
man.
It's Jamaican Italian.
Yeah, man, we
Italian.
get
Yeah,
the
man,
swastika
get
up
Irish.
in. Yeah, man, yeah. Swastika ko.
It's going to be
That's
good.
so bad.
It'll go well with my other tattoos.
Well, actually, if you say swastika, then it'll get past our German censor, so we're all good.
Right?
But anyways, you know what? Just a real quick kickback to Eve. One of the other things that will be coming out in the I don't know what is it? The YC is that what it is? YC 118.6 release. I hate this shit.
Oh,
I hate this shit. Bring back names. I don't give a shit what you have to name it. Name it players in the game, whatever the hell it is you have to name it. But we like to call things by name. This whole bullshit over. I don't know. You're just saying it was in the 118.6 release. It sucks.
Well, I mean, they can't give a release a name to every. Oh, this is an actual release.
Yes.
This isn't just like a little patch.
Yes, they can. You know what? Just call it. I don't give a shit what they call it. Have a word generator. Have a word generator. It's
They
better
do,
than
but
some
the way they
number.
do it is, like,
Nobody
number bullshit.
but freaking like lore nerds knows your goddamn year numbering and month numbering in Eve. We don't study that shit. We don't know how to speak Klingon, you know, whatever. I mean, yes, we're nerds, but we're like not that level of nerd. Well, some of us are, but generally most of us not.
Yeah, no one here is a member of a democratically elected space council.
Well, there is that guy.
Hide. Make
We're
your
not,
name it
we're
right,
not,
okay?
none of us are nerds here at all. We're all.
Hold on, Bo. If you're talking to us, your voice is not coming through. Just so you
He's
know.
muted himself by accident.
He's talking mad shit to our faces.
Mad
that.
shit talking.
He's
Bo.
like,
He wanted
"You're
to go on a
still a
rant
bitch."
without us hearing. It's
He
understandable. I do
did.
that
He did.
sometimes.
He's
Did
probably
someone
been
mute him or
talking
did
for
he
like
mute
10
himself?
minutes now,
God
just
damn it.
totally ranting about a
I
real
hate
subject.
This game.
This isn't a game. It's TeamSpeak.
Ah, I figured it out. Okay, so apparently this game I'm trying to play because someone told me I had to play it is I have to have TeamSpeak set to thing. Archage.
Arcade?
Oh, no.
Don't
Arcade.
play that. Don't play that. Don't play that.
No, I will be playing it, and I'm going to be
It's pay
pirating
to
it.
win.
Fuck you, I'm going to run a boat. Yeah, it's a terrible
Joe,
game. I've
it's
played it
absolute
before.
trash, and like
But
you've
here's the
already
deal.
missed all the hype and the fun.
Right,
Like
right,
Goose,
here's-
I think,
I played it.
had their own server and shit, and
Yeah,
then
I
like
played it back
me and a
then.
bunch of the pizza people had our own server. It was so much fun.
Right, right. Well, here's the deal. So basically, here at TMC, we got a sweet deal for anyone that watches any of the TMC shows and wants to be a part of it. Out of the Imperium, we're getting a whole bunch of free shit, and we get to go party on the high seas. So I don't give a fuck. That's what I want to do, so I'm gonna do it.
What server are you on?
Speaking of,
We're gonna play at Morpheus, the new one.
I'm on that server. What class?
I'm gonna be a Chinese dude. The joke is we're gonna make a bunch of people be furries because I think it's funny.
Yeah, the furry. No,
and-
East is the best. No, what class are you? Like,
I don't
like
know. I want
job
to play.
I
don't
thought
know
your
the
class
side-
was
side
dependent
shit.
on what skills you ended up going.
Right, right.
Yeah,
I'm
and you
gonna
can
be.
always respec them. It's super easy.
I'm gonna be playing Paladin.
Paladin's super good.
A couple friends of mine are going mages. I know. I think you know Marconius Porkbutt. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
He's gonna go Stone Arrow. And
Stone Arrow, I don't know
my
if Stone
girlfriend
Arrow
plays
is.
that game like crazy, and she's a healer DPS person.
Well, Mr. Hyde donated $3, and he says
Mr. Hyde.
Yay!
CCP is removing, and it started out in 2017.
Off-grid links.
That wasn't me.
Movie
but
tights. That's not Mr. Hyde. That's
Don't
the
lie,
Shiro
Hyde.
again. That's Shiro making.
Oh, the Shirar? Oh, shit. Well, it said Mr. Hyde 113.
he's a
I
master of
thought it
all
was
the
him.
names, man.
You
He's
can put
everyone.
whatever you want, I think, as the
It's-
donation
well,
name.
thank
So
you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's safe to assume most donations come from Shira.
But yeah,
Hey, but wait, for a
Spear,
second,
you
wait.
Have someone go as like Spellslinger.
What?
I think that one's really, really good.
Are we allowed to tell what the special treats are yet?
Huh?
What?
What?
The stuff we're giving away on Arcade.
No, that hasn't been
Oh.
finalized yet, but it's I've seen the treats and they make it worth it. So we're getting stuff that normally is a pain in the ass to acquire, and we're getting it at like level 1. So
Nice.
it's really cool. Like so,
Yeah, I
for
wouldn't have my
newbies,
account all redone
newbies are
today
gonna
too.
enjoy this. Yeah,
I
newbies
mean,
are gonna really
the one
have
thing
fun.
you want is land, and like you can buy gold cheaper than it takes to actually make it within the game
Yeah,
because the
fuck
game's
land.
dying, so you can like RMT shit. It's really dumb, and the game's definitely pay to win, so it's really fucking stupid.
Yeah, so the plan is to get a whole bunch. Like, imagine the open comm show on the high seas. That's the overall goal here.
Well,
oh my God,
Drunk pirates, pirates, man.
Oh my
God,
God, dude, that is
sitting there streaming it.
A whole ship full of rum.
Oh,
yes.
Shit. Do we get to sing
Yes.
shanties?
DVRB, that's what we did. We did pirating and shit, and like there are two big guilds. I know the main one hacked, and they were never banned for it. But we had Baka. That's where the join Baka memes and stunts memes and the anime Shogun memes come from. And just join Baka.
Pantsu, right?
And Pantsu, and there was another one. Pantsu didn't hack, but they were really
my girlfriend was a higher level person in Pantsu, and then she stopped playing with them because she got this like mythical item that's worth like 10 grand, and they tried to steal it from her by saying it's best for the guild, so she quit them, and they basically tried to it was a mess. But anyways, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna go on the high seas. I'm a pirate. I'm gonna get drunk and I'm gonna sink shit, and that's my goal. And y'all want to come with me? You can come with me.
If you want, you might be able to get some stuff from EVE players, because EVE players love this shit, because you can scam in that game. So a lot of people would trade EVE stuff for arcade shit, and it was like pretty bad. So
yeah, so that's the only reason I'm gonna play. If it gets boring, I'll quit playing. But that's the only reason. Is to go pirating on the high seas and fuck up things. So, and hopefully people will join. And anyone's allowed to come. I mean, hell, you can be in an enemy EVE and come get drunk with us. Yes. We'll have details about that coming soon. Actually. So.
Shut up and take my money.
Speaking of games people playing during this show,
another donate. Hold on, real. Drink cum McParch throat. Donates $5. Arg, so thirsty for rum.
Oh fuck.
We'll definitely do a shot in just a second. I do want to go back to the tactical overlay iteration that is coming out within this next like unnamed except like badly dated future EVE iteration.
The 420 blazer patch. All right, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things will be let's see here. There's actually two things. We've already covered cynosaural field range when you hover over the module. The other one is ship and fighter orbit indicators. This is actually kind of interesting. Drayden, I gave you a picture today when I was testing this on Sissy.
The orbits?
Which is one of the things where, and just to take a quick tangent, as of the end of this month, you will no longer be able to use the old launcher. You'll have to use the new launcher, which makes using Sissy easier. And I highly recommend that people go out there and like practice like, really cool, neat shit about how to deploy your fighters and stuff like that on places like Sissy. They've totally made it easier for you to do, so you should do that. But one of the things is if you go to orbit something, it will show what your orbit range is around that item. That is one of the things that you should be seeing on the screen right now. It is the bigger circle around one of those crazy little rats that are out there. The smaller circle is your fighter orbit range. I'm going to give you a little bit of something that I learned since I have come to Pandemic Legion, and that is the orbit of your fighters and your fighter bombers and things like that matters. You might want to learn what your orbit range is and things like that. If you ever plan on undocking capitals and fighting in a real battle, they have made this entire thing related to carriers and supercarriers and super capitals in general a lot more intricate. This is no longer drop your sentries and hope for the best. This is about understanding what it is you do with your ship. And I'm going to be quite honest. I have been flying capitals and super capitals since a long fucking time ago, and it is taking me a while to get used to. It is taking me a while to understand how to move these things in a way and use kind of what it is. But anyways, I would totally go out there if you are locked into a station or your supercarrier is somehow can't get out of a fucking pause somewhere or whatever the hell it is. Go out there and practice on Sissy, because you will need the practice. If you ever hope to deploy your carrier or supercarrier ever again in your lifetime of playing EVE, you will need the practice.
I think there's a lot of different groups, 0-0 groups, that are starting to do test server ops, because you can just have so much fun with it, and you don't have to deal with trying to drop trillions of ISK in an attempt to learn how to do something.
Yeah. This is definitely not one of those I'll find out when I when I use it and lose it kind of things. There is a lot of good information out there that that you can get simply just by doing on the Singularity server. So please go out there, learn it, take advantage of that situation. Yeah.
It's funny as well though, because these days, especially with the area of effect doomsdays and stuff, if you press the wrong button and fire doomsday in the wrong direction, you could kill half your own fleet. So it's pretty important that you work out how to do that before you I don't know, get kicked from your alliance.
It's all fun and games to sit there and think that they, for supercarriers, for example, it used to be before that all you had was that crazy ECM burst thing, and you would pick a target out there, and you would plink your ECM burst off of that target. Doesn't work like that anymore. There's a different methodology for it, and not just that, but there's all kinds of different bursts that you can use. From ones that that will target paint an enemy, to those that will create a warp bubble effect. I think there's about 6 different ones out there. None of which will you know how to use unless you get out there and actually test how to use it, and be any good at being able to hit a moving target is a completely different level of expertise. So I would definitely suggest going out there, learning this stuff. If you don't have the ability to do it live in the game, don't worry about it. Go on Sissy. Do it on Sissy. That's what it's there for, and they've made it easy for you with the new launcher. Words from Dirk.
So, Dirk, how do you feel about the division losing 93% of its division users?
I'm not surprised. And this goes back to the comment I made earlier about the fact that EVE is not just a game, okay? You want the division? It's just a game. It's a game that you can drop when you get fucking bored of it and shit like that. EVE, you may drop it, but you don't actually freaking leave it unless you get anally upset about it or just totally burned out. I play the division. I'm looking forward to some of the new changes that they're making in 1.3. I looked forward to some of the changes they're making in 1.2 as well. But it is not one of those games that you play on anything other than, damn, what's going on over at Sergio's house? But the division is a completely different type of game. It's one of those games where you just play until you get bored and then you move on to something else. EVE is one of those ones where EVE is the backdrop, and this is why EVE is not just a game. It's the backdrop for all of the other games that you play, because you come back to it until you finally win.
So
and even then, you don't really win.
Too. So since we're on the topic of other games and new games and all this and whatever, Battlefield 1 announces today that France will be in the DLC when the game is released. So you will not be able to play as France unless you get the DLC for multiplayer.
What's their special move? Dropping the rifles and running away?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. World War I does not happen without France. Yet you have to get France in the DLC, and Russia's not even in the damn game. Like, what? What the fuck?
Yeah, that is what's crazy, is that World War I does not happen without France, but I think World War II could in fact happen without France. Which is basically, we just skip that whole part where the Germans just mow past them and
No, because there was all that drama after World War II that happened, with France. So that's why, France.
I'm just saying they got kind of mowed over pretty quick, in that pre-World War II period where, I like France and everything. They got good croissants and fries, but shot time. This is going out to our boys from France, the Marquis de Lafayette, who created America because him and his boys came over and rescued us at the last minute. But yeah, we're all good.
They made the Statue of Liberty too.
We paid you back twice, bro. It's all clear. The Marquis de Lafayette. That's a good fucking name, isn't it? I mean,
that's why so many U.S. cities have end in Ayette, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you can say. I actually don't live that far from Lafayette University, which is absolutely named after my man. And the French, we owe them. We did pay them back though. We have totally fucking paid them back by this point. Croissants are a good thing though. I love croissants, especially real butter croissants. I mean, you cannot bitch about a real butter croissant.
Yeah, and croissants.
I got a pretty sweet deal for you though.
Oh.
I got a French rifle for sale. It's never been fired and only dropped once.
Now, one of the other things coming in the 1.18.6 release, this is new docking and undocking transitions. When I first read this, I thought, fucking cheese, who gives a shit? Okay, whatever. When I was on Sissy, I thought it was actually kind of cool. My Supercarrier did not do this in a keepstar. However, my regular ship actually did. You dock up, you see your ship kind of flying through the station and stuff like that before it reaches its, its normal hangar bay or whatever. Undocking wasn't necessarily as spectacular. You can definitely, move the camera while, upon undocking, because, who knows, there may actually be some crazy shit outside your station that you need to avoid, so you can do that. But it's kind of a nifty little, oh, isn't that cute? Just saying.
I haven't seen it yet, but...
Seems gimmicky.
It's a cutesy tootsie thing. It's a little,
It's
one of those
like
extra,
being able to
additives.
wash your ship.
It's the same thing as like when they changed the going through the gates thing. Like initially when you saw it, some people didn't really care, but like now that we have it, the old thing where it was like session change in progress looks really bad afterwards.
Yep.
So.
Well, that's like when they first made that change, everyone was really excited.
Well, where it made everyone feel sick, right?
Yeah, well,
especially if you did it with more than one client at once.
I don't like the fact that it's required. That's what bothers me. Like you have to get it.
Well, I mean, jumping through gates is
you don't spend any extra time in the tunnel, so it's like either the tunnel's going or you're just looking at an empty gate. Either way.
Yeah.
I mean, the one benefit was the old one. When you jump through before that session change actually happened, you could still see what's going on the other side of the gate up until it loaded the side you were jumping to. So you got a little bit more intel the old way than you do now, but.
Yeah. But it's equally applied to everybody, so it shouldn't be a big difference.
But if you're the one jumping through trying to run away from the other gang, that it's it's equal applied to them, but worse.
So it is slow. It is slow while you're loading the docking. But the undocking seems to be definitely. Oh man, look at you! Is that an actual muscle shirt or tank top? Or...
Yeah, it's a muscle shirt.
Nice.
Okay, all right. It's too bad it's not the actual legitimate logo, but never mind. It's all right. It's fine. It actually looks like a Mexican ripoff of a muscle shirt.
That was so snobby.
Logo,
it's too bad it's not the real logo. But
I don't blame that on you. I don't blame that on you.
Maybe you should bring one to Vegas for me then, you jerk.
I will be bringing
muscle shirts to Vegas for me.
You know why I have never brought muscle shirts to Vegas?
Because
have
nobody
you ever seen the fucking
out?
people walking around Vegas?
Yeah.
I've seen
have you ever seen the Eve people walking around Vegas?
Yeah.
Like typically it's not a muscle shirt crowd.
Yeah,
it's
like
a could you hide my upper arms crowd.
Yeah, it's like do you want here, you can have this. It's a muscle shirt. They'll be like,
no joke.
Do you have any in gown size?
Right.
I look at the shirts that I bring to Vegas and say, would I wear that? And a wife beater tee, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I've never been I just don't do the tank top thing.
But anyways, now on to more important things coming up in this, in this release. Citadels. We have had the Citadel release, and then we've had the release that came right after that, which I imagine is 1.18.5, since this is going to be 1.18.6. You are going to be able to directly trade. No more of that bullshit where you've got to say, pick this dude, dump it into his hangar, go to his items bin and find that shit. You're going to be able to directly trade. You're going to be able to redeem.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So for those of you who have wondered, why can't I redeem this Plex? I'm sitting in a goddamn Citadel. What's this bullshit? They finally figured that out. It will be coming out in this release.
Took them long enough.
Yeah, because I had to redeem skill injectors by going there and like taking them somewhere else.
I don't think, even if the person's not fat, you brought up the fat people in Vegas, it doesn't matter if you're fat or not fat. You don't wear a wife beater in fucking Vegas casinos, right?
There's a big difference between being fat and just having gravy arms. Okay, I mean, it's like gravy arms, like
I see what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like you don't have to be fat. I mean, you maybe you just don't work out your tries and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like you shouldn't be wearing that kind of shirt. But whatever. I'm not here to tell you. I am not here to arm shame any of you.
Yeah.
Fuck, I will. Please work out.
Yeah.
The biggest critic is Dirk's wife. We'll be sitting somewhere. She's like, "Why the fuck are they wearing that?" It's like, I don't know. Fucking, it's what they brought.
God, she's rude. Rude.
She's
rude.
Definitely fashion police, but
she's a Reddit reporter,
not like open
and it's just
fashion
ridiculous.
police. She's fashion police to everyone except for who she's criticizing.
Exactly. She never criticizes me, and that's what I always bitch about. I'm like, why didn't you tell me I looked like this when I went out there with my wife beater tee? But anyways, what else? Character customization in Citadels. So if you were wondering why, when you were sitting in a Citadel in the Saranin solar system, that you could not re-customize your character, it's because you know what? They just hadn't gotten to it yet, but soon you will be able to do so. But more importantly than anything else, you will finally, thank God Almighty, thank God, be able to set a Citadel as your endpoint destination for autopilot.
Hallelujah.
Does anybody
totally
actually really care about
I gotta be honest.
Who
I have been running around.
Who's autopiloting the Citadels? Who's autopiloting
It's just
I have merely been setting the path. Okay, I've merely been setting the path. I had to take my Aeon and I had to fit it from Imperium configuration to recently the PL configuration. Okay, which is slightly different. Okay, it's slightly different. I swear to God, I kept forgetting little things here and there, So I kept running
like
back and forth between,
stuff, right?
you know, between kind of like the Jitta area and whatnot.
Yeah, no, it's just easy because
and I could never select the Fortizar. It was always, oh, you want to go to this system? No, I want to go to the Fortizar.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't let me do it.
It's not for autopiloting. I set destination shit all the time, but I don't autopilot it. I just like to have the little yellow icon on the overview.
I just want a map. I don't want to remember that from Onenin to Serenin, the systems I have to go through. Because I might get lost. I totally get lost. You know I'll get lost. We're men. We don't know our way. We don't want to have to find our way through kind of that Black Rise sort of northern lone trek kind of shit. Because there's alleys you can go down where it's like you don't want to meet up with some of the people that are down there.
We can't ask for directions. I mean.
No. But honestly, outside of that, outside of some things like visual effects and secondary lighting for hangars and stuff like that, we talked about the whole booster, thing, I think last week, where they're going to be decriminalizing that and getting very progressive about that. So, props. And I'm not even sure if that's coming in 0.6 or the next one, but, yeah, I mean, we've talked Stargate visual updates. All Stargates in New Eden have been given an overhaul with the latest physical-based rendering and lighting technology available in Eve. The latest available in Eve, people. This is cutting-edge shit. Materials, textures, and effects for all racial Stargates have been renovated to support PBR materials.
Oh,
I mean, look.
So when you go through the gate,
when you're
see
going
the
through a
reflections off
goddamn
the metal,
gate, you're going to look at that and go,
fantastic.
God damn, is that some good-looking shit.
Right, here's my thing, because 99% of Eve they play what's called potato mode, because in a high level fight, even if it's a 50 versus 50, you don't go potato mode, you might not be able to have your computer survive. Oh, another big information, you said they're getting rid of old stuff like the launcher. DX9 support is being dropped.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a huge downside. And that's going to fuck over a lot of people.
I wish you were here last week when we talked about the fact that DX9 support was not going to be here, but you weren't. But we did talk about it.
DirectX 11, I think most video cards can. If your video card can support Eve, I think it can support video or DirectX 11, can it?
No, there's people
the fact
that
of
are
the
running
matter
out
is that if you're
potatoes
still running
like
a DX9 using your mom's computer.
It's
so people market trading on their like 5-year-old laptops.
I was gonna say I think the biggest issue is the Macs and Linux users and stuff, because I think there's issues with that. Now obviously they're gonna work on the Mac stuff, but I don't know about Linux users.
The DX9 thing was cool, like he said, with old laptops, because you could put your
Rain,
Cyno
stop eating
and
taffy
like
and do a shot.
Yeah.
So you put your Cyno wall on your old laptop, and now you won't be able to anymore.
I was just logging in on the new Eve launcher. It's actually pretty cool, especially when they.
It is. But I'm going to tell you right now, look, this shit ends, in 14 days, okay, June 30th. If you were going to, begin to migrate over and have not done that on the new Eve launcher, now is the time to do it.
Yo,
it does
do
take a little
shot.
bit of getting used to
Shot.
and shit. Shot to the Eve launcher. It does take a little bit of getting used to. There are some things that you're going to have to set up. So please, do it now. Do it before, the date comes and a massive ping comes out because something crazy is happening. Boat is retaking the North, and therefore all of Eve has to log in to stop him.
The North remembers.
Wait,
and you jump instead of bridge to a system called Asuka. Go.
Well, and then what you find out is, half your fleet has not upgraded to the new launcher, and they can't get in.
Right.
That would be terrible. Because then Bo would be sitting there waiting for all of Eve to come against him.
Well, and that's
except
where I
for
feel
the launcher.
bad.
And it would be the launcher
for,
coalition.
Like
the
you have a
launcher
person.
badger.
Say you have a person that plays the game with his little rinky-dink guild and doesn't really pay attention to the social aspects or Reddit, and is gonna miss that, and then they're gonna log into Eve and go, "How the fuck do I play? How the fuck do I play?" Get lost.
I mean, it's been announced for quite a while, and then also they can never at some point they're gonna have to phase out all hardware. So this has been a long time.
Yeah,
I really don't have.
They're gonna phase out all hardware.
Well.
Yes, you have to play through your brain now.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
hold
that
on,
would be so fucking good.
Elusive Yoda brings up a good point. DirectX 9 is 14 years old. Eventually, things have to get put on the shelf, and you don't use them anymore. I mean, they don't make games anymore that are compatible with Windows 95. Sorry for people that live Windows 95, but it's super old, and eventually technology just has to put old standards
I believe
out.
that was the beta. I believe that was the beta in 2002. I believe it was not until 2004 that actually DirectX 9 was released to the general public. But really no matter what, if you were rolling DirectX 9 and your rig can't freaking handle it.
So instead of 14, it's 12 years old. But I mean, if you have a computer that's
so
12
bad.
years old, I'm impressed that it still turns on. I mean,
I think Rain upset some people by having a boyfriend. If you look at the chat.
You know what? We have not gotten the donations tonight because she had a boyfriend with her.
That and we have no other women on the show.
My cousin, just because I have a cousin and a boyfriend who are the same person doesn't mean you can't.
I'm gonna be honest.
Hey,
what's
your cousin? Whoa.
I guess it is Iowa. So
he's from Slovakia. It's different.
Yeah.
The closer the kin, the better the skin. That's all I gotta say.
Wincest.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh
okay?
my god.
I'll bet you. I will bet you.
That's your cousin?
I will bet you that Rain can get less donations by having a boyfriend on screen than I could get.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Last time I was on this show, she was all moral high ground. I don't do those sort of things. You all men talking about how you go out and get women and all this stuff. And here she is talking about boyfriend and cousin.
She's a Trump girl. She's a Trump girl, and all of a sudden she shows up with a male
build
roommate.
a wall so those boys can't get it.
Oh my god.
It's 2015. It's okay. It's 2015 plus 1. It's okay.
Actually, it's 2016.
DBRD.
YYC 118.
What?
You're struggling so much.
What is that shit you're eating, Rain?
Guys, what is a revenant?
Is that mozzarella stick or is that totally melted taffy?
This is string cheese.
A revenant is a big space turd.
Okay,
what?
well,
Oh my god, do you eat it like
the
string? You don't just bite it from the end?
Self-destruct?
I bite it and pull out a string with my teeth.
Why?
That's
Because it's called string cheese, so you feel as though you need to make it string?
You jump the revenant into Saranin and then eject. That's how you get rid of it.
Oh, did you guys see they released how much the materials will be for the Serpentis Titan?
No, how cheap?
I think someone did it current market prices, even without the special mod. It's 300 and something bill.
It's 352 bill, isn't it?
That's it. That's
without the special.
That's what I'm saying. But that's it.
It's going to be more than that.
Well, that's
reasonably.
That's cheap as fuck.
That's reasonably expensive relative to the non.
There's 50 people that will own that Titan if that's how cheap it is.
Well, that's without the thing. That's just the mineral cost.
Right,
so then once they added the next stuff, it might be over 500. But yeah.
If it's 500 bill, it's too cheap.
Yeah,
but you don't want a bunch of people whelping their Serpentis Titan.
No, because do you see how much damage that motherfucker does? It's like
Golan's like rocket. If you want help getting home, just
DPS
X up.
It should be in the trillions, because I mean, what is that special one-of-a-kind Ford or Keepstar is going to be 30 trillion or 300 trillion.
No, not 30 trillion. More than that. It's 100 trillion. They said.
100.
They said all of the.
It's not 100 trillion.
Yeah, they said all of the assets in the game to date, all the mining done to date.
No, it's 1/15th or something like that of all the assets in the game.
But they said they couldn't do it.
By the way, he's catching up on shots because someone was mad that he missed a shot.
Oh yeah, he did miss a shot.
No, God.
Well, now we're doing another one.
I like how nobody ever.
Now we have to do one just to catch up with him.
Well, no, he was behind. He missed the last shot.
I know that, but I would have done the catch up one with him just out of
But then that's not
commiseration.
That's him staying one behind. But well, yeah, because when I don't know if Fozzy was in the made this, but they said we set the price of that Keepstar at a level that we thought was impossible to do, but based on past EV experiences with things that we thought were impossible, players will get it done. And so
the Palatine keepstarts.
Yeah, the Palatine, yeah.
The Palatine's absolutely ridiculous.
Because that was back.
I mean, the amount of the costs associated with that. Hold on, and which goes back to the beginning of the show, where I don't care if you put a social shield on it or not. Okay, I don't care if literally the people who are inside are actual children who have problems or whatever. You have to kill that keepstar if it goes up.
Yeah, totally. And the whole thing of there just being one is someone else wants to put up theirs.
The second that goes up, it's just like all the other, like the first.
Call it charity all you want to, but we have to kill that regardless. I mean,
it's
like
everybody
in Eve has to say
the
we
first
will
to
kill
put it up,
this.
but they also want to be the first to kill it. And
it should be. Hold on. Anybody who builds a Palatine Keepstar should absolutely 100% invoke the true Big Blue Donut. Or at least the big purple donut.
But see, it'll never happen. Like, no one will ever drop one because the fact that it can die. It's like people that, for the first few years that the Revenant was out, there was a guy in the old Northern Coalition who owned one that had it all Stamos fit. Like, he logged it in and showed to me. He logged it in 3 times in a year. Like, he just was too terrified to do it. And that thing's worth more than most 0-0 alliances together. I don't think it'll ever happen. I don't think anyone's ever going to build it. It's no point. Like, cool, you built the first one in that video.
I think someone will do it just because they can only
there's
do
no
one.
point. There's no practical point, but there's a point for someone that eventually gets a stupid sick amount of money that's just like, you know what, because I can, I'm getting it.
I think Iowa Disc will be the first ones to do it, if it's ever done. Like, if Iowa Disc will continue gambling over the next years, they'll be the first ones to do it, and the only ones who will be able to afford to.
It'll create an interesting battle if it goes up, so that's worth it enough.
We should all do a shot while Dirk's gone, and then tell him he's behind one. I'm doing a shot. Alright. All by myself.
I don't do shots on the show. I just continually drink throughout. Speaking of which, I gotta work on my 4th rum and coke.
Oh god, you guys are all alcoholics, I swear.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm the designated driver of this stream.
Are you blowing out a Powerade Zero on us? You're like, is that like 0 octane?
No, yeah, it's Powerade Zero actually.
It's
the
0
only reason
ethanol?
I do is no carbs
or ethyl
no
alcohol.
Carbs,
that's
so. It's delicious, man. Oh, I have to have something other than water. It drives me fucking nuts. I bought 20 of these today.
Yeah,
it'll last me a week. No, man, the carbs in Tito's, I looked it up. It's like 100 grams of carbs.
Dude, it's gluten free. Tito's is gluten free.
Oh my god,
it can be gluten free. Doesn't mean it doesn't have carbs. It's dangerous.
You can still have carbs and go to the gym.
Nope.
I
have carbs. My carbs consist of a bowl of rice. Fuck that. I love rice.
You know what? The greatest generation. You know what they thought about gluten?
They died.
He won't let me
They'll
accept
be like,
random
we'll storm the
invites
beaches
to
of
PL.
gluten.
Are you mocking me, Dirk?
No.
You're not one of those.
Is your
people, are you?
nickname gluten?
So
Are you one of those gluten people?
I have celiac.
Yeah. Celiacs have a bad
gluten
thing. They
fan?
get super fucking sick if they eat gluten.
Okay, that's a different story. But
You're
the people who are just
glutinous?
like, oh, gluten.
Right.
Blah,
So if you have
and, like, they're
celiac,
fine.
that's
celiac.
if you have celiacs, it's very valid that you can't eat gluten because you get super sick. If
Yeah.
you don't have celiacs, gluten has no unhealthy or health. It's just a thing. It doesn't. It's not like carbs.
I'm not talking about gluten free. I'm talking about I'd rather have a bowl of rice than a bowl of vodka.
I know. It's just that today people see like, oh, it's gluten free, and they think that means it's better.
Oh my
for
god!
Them. It's like that's
There's
people
nothing better
that
than I
can't
run
eat
across than a gluten-free pancake at IHOP,
You know what's so amazing?
which is like a
amazing?
terrible just.
You know what's
fried
really
thing
amazing?
That has like no
A nice, fat, 12-ounce ribeye, medium rare, slightly seared, with a nice bowl of dirty rice.
Oh, beef and dirty rice.
What
But
the hell is dirty rice?
Dirty rice is you take rice
Sorry.
and put a whole bunch of stuff with it.
Oh.
It's like
You
like
just
a Mexican
dirty
way
it
to
up.
make
It's
the
just
rice.
not white rice because we all know that white rice is the
Yeah,
bad thing.
there's a way to do it. Like you put spices in it.
Or
You
about
put
brown rice.
You put like soy sauce and a couple other it's almost like fried rice without frying it.
Oh,
It's a healthier
that's
version
what
of
I
fried
call
rice.
Believe
it.
me,
I
if
don't
you can
fry.
eat it and it's white, you shouldn't do it. but whatever. Pirate faction implants from Serpentis. Does anybody know about these? What are the actual implants that will be coming from Serpentis?
It's like the crystal set equivalent for active armor wrapping.
Right, and they're also releasing a slave set for shields.
Yeah. Are they? What is that called?
I don't know what it's called, but I know they're making it. And
they're going to make an armor set for reps?
118.
I just know my Leviathan will be 100 million HP again. Yay! I'll never log it in.
But they are actually making a slave set for for shields.
Yes. So the deal was that they're taking away 10% of the shield HP that they have now because for capital shields because they're too powerful because of the new slave set. Shield extended, yeah. And they're saying that because shields passively regen and they get reps at the beginning of the cycle, they need to have less HP than armor because it's not fair to the armor people. But what they forget to say when they include that in their sentence is armor gets all of their mid slots, which gives sensor boosters and track eating points.
And
shields lose all.
There's upsides and downsides.
Yeah, you lose all your utility. It's kind of sad.
I think the numbers will be designed to where it probably won't be as high as a armor slave set, but it'll still be.
Yeah, someone speaking of Caesar salad. Oh, dude. Someone says Caesar salad and baked potato with a ribeye. Come on, man. Now, you know what you do? You go to a place called what is that? Oh, Charlie's.
Why do people waste their time with a baked potato? Like, it's like the Caesar salad is good. The fucking ribeye is outstanding. The baked potato, really?
Well, the baked potato's carbs, man. That's good carbs.
I've never been.
I know it's healthy carbs.
I just like mashed potatoes.
Number one. Any place where you're eating a Caesar salad and a fucking outstanding ribeye, I can guarantee you are destroying anything about the good side of a baked potato.
Well, so here we go.
Bacon,
here's how you get the best out of a Caesar salad.
Fucking
I don't like sour cream.
Go to Charlie's. Order their black and blue Caesar salad. They take
Carlos and Charlie's?
Yeah, they take an 8-ounce ribeye. You get it medium rare, and they take and blacken it, and then put it on a Caesar salad with Caesar dressing. Oh.
Is Charlie's?
Oh man.
I don't know if I have.
Look at them not keyed up. Look at them not keyed up. Looking at each other like, do you want to get married? No, do you?
No, it's not
seriously us.
They're looking at the band. They're looking at each other.
At FanFest or in Vegas? At FanFest or in Vegas?
Look at her face when I say this. Look at her face. She's like, "Are you kidding me, folks?"
No, this is the cloud. This is the cloud 9 phase. The marriage comes later.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna tell both of you right now. Eve Down Under. That would be the thing where both of you are like, you know what? This is the place neither one of us would have normally gone.
Oh, I thought you were making
Bam,
I
I'm just trying to
joke and oversee it.
Oh yeah, Bam stroke.
See, I thought you were making like an Eve Down Under, like an innuendo. No,
I was not.
Well, you gotta be careful with Bam Stroker. He tends to end up in your bed with his hands down there.
But you know what? It's not easy for either one of them to go down to Eve Down Under. So that's what they should do. They should get married at Eve Down Under just because you know what? It's not the easy thing to do. It's the hard thing to do. And this is an Eve relationship, therefore you should have to do the fucking hard thing. Work through it.
That's what she said.
That is maybe what she said.
You guys been talking to us this whole time? Because I'm trying to self-destruct.
But I was watching you out of the corner of my eye.
Well, how about that Game of Thrones?
It is time for Game of Thrones.
It is?
We are in Game of Thrones territory.
Yeah. Last 10 minutes is Game of Thrones
set up. We are set up for this week. Set the fuck up.
Okay, then I'm gonna
leave
before
so excited.
My ears blow up.
Yeah, all right. Spoiler alert. Game of Thrones time.
Spoiler alert. Game of Thrones. I'm not drunk. I'm inebriated, but I'm not drunk.
The fucking Hound is back. He's been back.
Swinging an axe.
Dude,
like
oh my god,
Johnny
that was the
Appletree.
He didn't even come up and say it. He just walks up. He's like, oh, bam, like the best.
Bam, bitch.
And then the funniest thing. This is the funniest shit.
I will negotiate with you for 2.
Hold on.
I want 2.
No, this was the funniest thing. Drunk Canadian and I were we were having a chat the other night, and we were talking. He instead of a dick in he called it. He's like, whether you got Franken beans or an axe wound is what he called it. And I was like, an axe wound? I've never heard of that. And then
That's what it is.
Literally. Yeah, I know, but we were literally. I was explaining that to my sister when we were watching Game of Thrones. 10 seconds before he goes and does the underchop and blasts that guy in the dick with his axe. I'm like, holy shit! He just turned his Franken beans into an axe.
Here's the thing, though. I'm sorry. Anytime somebody swings an axe like that, they don't get you in the dick, right? They may hit a nut. Like, they definitely hit the scrotum. They probably get the
when the
taint.
hound is swinging it, he cuts up through when it gets it.
I'm pretty sure an axe hitting that area. I don't know how spread out your shit is down there, but it's hitting all the things.
I'm telling you, it's probably not hitting the actual
berries.
penis itself, but it's definitely hitting the fucking taint. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I've never seen somebody with a fucking taint wound. But I imagine it is not.
Your taint's like an inch long tops. If you're hitting that, that's not an axe. You have a surgeon going in there with a scalpel and he's like cutting your taint.
It's bad. We can all agree that
a 10-inch blade comes between your legs. That's hitting the nuts, the taint, the asshole. That's hitting your dick. It's hitting everything.
Yeah. That just obliterated.
Well, what we know is that you're not walking away from it.
Okay,
no.
Avalon
just
shows up for this conversation. I'm sure he's stoked.
Avalon is on holiday, as far as I know right now. He's either preparing for holiday or he's on holiday. So you know what? Props to him. You know what? I'm gonna do this shot right now. This shot right now is for Avalon for his upcoming 1 to 2 week holiday.
Wait, is that
because he lives in Europe and you know he gets more than a week?
Trying to pitch my high-sec idea to that fucking guy.
Daniel came in. Shots?
Yeah, we were just waiting. We were waiting for girls.
Shots.
Yeah, we were waiting for
Where's he gone? Oh, he's here.
for Rain's niece from Europe.
A girl has a shot. A boy has no shot.
A girl has.
God damn.
You should,
I'm sorry.
We're so bad. Just so, if any of you wondered, like, we don't give a shit about this whole Eve thing. It's just a fucking backdrop for people hanging out. Just so you know. Whatever.
Wait, Dirk, are you in game?
Not at the moment. No, why?
Oh, never mind.
Do I need to log my app?
You should check Alliance chat.
She's been spamming Alliance chat from my main. GG.
Wait, did Rain join PL?
I'm like, oh shit, does Rocco want me to move my
move my
okay.
The new launcher.
Okay, first mistake, you let Rain log into your account.
Yeah.
AWOX complete.
Yeah, exactly.
The long con. The long con is paid off.
People.
Hey, it's happened before in Eve. What was it? That one chick that used to be in PL did that to a guy where she
stole his nicks?
No, she stole 100 billion from a racer guy by logging into his account while at his house. And
do you guys remember back when 100 bill was like
it was midship? Well, yeah, it was. It was like 5 years ago. It was midship. Yeah,
biggest
midship. That's how
biggest mistake I ever made was I was sitting in Jita firing fireworks at people just for the hell of it, and I guess my ex was sitting there being like, "Oh, what's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm shooting fireworks." And I made sure there was no offensive mods on it, like she can't fuck it up, nothing. And I had to go do something. I came back and I'm in a pod in Elor in Losec, like fucking 40 jumps away. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I checked logs. She ended up taking a duel request and shot fireworks at somebody, and they killed and potted me.
Drayden, nobody has this after this, right?
No, we can keep going.
All right. So what we're gonna do is
we're done, but we can stay on
cruise
slowly.
No, it's my slot.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah,
you have it,
Drunk
Paul?
Canadian's up next, isn't he?
Oh shit.
And I'm not giving it to you.
Oh man. Why? Are you going to come on the Matani.com and like stream Eve?
No, no, I can't do that.
No,
you know
yeah,
that?
You can't do that because you're a paid off bitch.
This coming from the turncoat.
Whoa, yeah. See, Dirk, you have much room to talk there.
Except I didn't get paid
I like
for
to
my
stand on
turncoat.
That's right. You did it for free. At least he got paid when he jumped.
Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah. Okay, exactly.
You're the one that took it up the ass. He actually got the.
But anyways,
he got
okay,
the ass,
so then therefore, if we've got somebody who totally just like ran off, we'll do that first. Game of Thrones.
You can keep going though, by the way.
Game of Thrones. I thought this was actually a good week. We saw. Oh my god. How long did it take freaking Arya to like run through the city? Oh my god, I'm gonna fall down these stairs through like every fruit vendor in town. She wrecked every Mexican fruit vendor's thing.
I'm surprised they didn't mob her for that.
And then finally she's like, you know what? Fuck this. Fight in the dark, bitch. Bang bang, eyes out.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, how was she not expecting that she was gonna get assassinated? Why was she out in the town when she got stabbed by the lady of the season?
Well, she got stabbed last week.
Why the fuck was she on a bridge? Just like
yeah. It's like you know that they're gonna try and kill you. And then the second thing is like she
that
had
was
this whole
last
thing
week.
set up.
Last
Why wasn't
week
she
was when the
waiting
crazy
for it
old
there?
lady showed up when she was just standing on the bridge going, "My, isn't this a lovely town?" But this week, after she had been stabbed, the other girl's running through town like, I swear to God, when you saw that girl running through town, were you not thinking about the girl from Terminator 3?
Yeah, well, I never saw Terminator 3, but I was thinking Terminator 2, the T-9000, where he's just like, just adamant.
No, I'm talking about the blonde who's like,
oh, I know. That's
shirt.
the one Terminator movie I've not seen is 3. I'll have to watch it, I guess.
You're not
But
missing
anyways,
much.
she's running through, and she's like, boom, 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 down the fucking street. Aria's like, I'm out of here. And then she finally turns on her, and she's like, goodbye, candle. Boom, eyes, done.
Yeah.
Eyes.
See, I don't understand Area though, because like, you gave that guy the gold. You were smug as shit about giving that guy the gold. You knew you were home free. I would have went up into a building with only one fucking entrance, no windows,
right where she was
sat
hiding,
there with my sword in my hand, like, come at me, bitch.
Yeah, the
I'm
room
getting the fuck out of here alive.
The room that she was hiding, like where she killed the chick, the room where she was hiding, set up there until you're ready to leave. And then when you get on the boat, be wary of everybody on the boat too.
Okay, so finally, Aria does, Aria does get away. Sorry, Areola,
Aria,
whatever, however you want to pronounce it.
Oh, we talking about boobs.
I'm just saying, okay, but Cersei's got to be looking at her son, going, God damn! If I had to kill a motherfucker, it would be you.
Tommen has turned into super bitch mode. I was excited. I was really excited to finally see the Mountain 2.0 in action. I was really sad that he only got one guy.
He took that 4-pointed mace right to the chest, and he's like, bitch, I am gonna rip the jaw off your face so badly.
He ripped his whole head off.
Even HBO won't show it.
Yeah, he ripped the whole head off, and all the other Sparrow guys were like, holy shit. I was a little disappointed that he didn't go full rage mode and kill all of them. He just killed the one.
No, he didn't. He sat there and he said, I am gonna fuck this dude's head up so bad that even last year's episode where what's his face got poked in the eyes so deep it touched the back of his skull. Oberon. Okay.
I think Oberon's was a little more gruesome.
They're like, not gonna show this. That's how bad I'm gonna fuck your face up.
Hey Derek, have you ever considered, since the slot after this is more or less kind of open between me and Drayden, that just if BC's not gonna be running the host, just extending it a whole hour?
This is one of the things I've thought about this show. Okay, I mean, quite honestly, I think that the Matani.com, if they actually cared about the fact that the Open Comm show was something that cared about them the way that we do, they would just keep that open as like this sort of dead space where like, do we really care if somebody comes on after this? What we want to do is we want to allow the Open Comm show to extend.
I mean, we could do like the half. I think a half hour would be good because there's times where we could definitely fill another full hour, and there's times where it's like we're kind of over.
Unless of course the Matani wants to come on and have a fireside chat, and then what would be really cool is if the Matani came on, did a fireside chat, and then we like did kind of play by play of it.
I still think the Matani should come on.
That would be. Oh my god, that should totally be a fucking show. That should be a fucking show.
I've got a show for you. When we were doing Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, or any of those fucking silly mini games where all the streamers get involved, you got to get the Matani involved in one of those.
I mean, he'll do it.
I want the Matani to come on this show. I want him to come on and like hang out and like have drinks with us and shit.
He's at E3
no, I know he's busy now.
No, I know he's out in fucking San Diego right now, and it's like him and Matterall are having drinks right now. And this is kind of the weird thing. All right, so for anybody out there who like doesn't know, the Matani's like out on the West Coast right now. Matterall lives on the West Coast. There may be the fucking possibility that they're having a meeting somewhere around this time where they contrive. They have a meeting between themselves where they decide that Matterall is going to do something shady that makes all of us wonder what's going on. Okay, no.
Oh, be nice to Matterall.
Oh my god, fucking Matterall's my boy. I love him, number one. Number two,
I was going to say, I enjoyed this Game of Thrones,
funny at all.
And I enjoyed The Last Ship that's back. And if you're looking for something funny, they got a show called...
You can't talk about The Last Ship because of last week's fucking shooting down in Orlando. The networks did not show The Last Ship to all of us who watch it on the fucking networks.
Well, and also a new show out called Wrecked, which is basically Lost, but fucking funny.
What was it?
So
you said Lost but funny.
Yeah, because they're like, well, who's gonna lead us? How
about
that 6'2"
Lieutenant Dan Stream, person of interest. Oh my god, fucking BC. We've got one show left before person of interest. This season of Person of Interest has been fucking outstanding. I give it to them as the fucking writers. It is outstanding. How they're going to end this is going to be crazy.
Yep.
Because I actually look forward to the real Person of Interest.
All right, guys,
somebody says shots.
Y'all have shots?
We're doing shots?
I'm out of here.
We are at the 11
I gotta go
mark,
too.
so this is normally where the DJ Big Country show would end, and the Open Tom show would end.
Huh?
So Silicon Valley, I've got to be honest, I'm not caught up from last I'm not caught up from last week.
I'm still on season 2 of that show. I love that show, but I actually took a break from HBO for a while back. Now that I got it back, I need to start watching that show again. I think I'm on like episode 4 of season 2.
I watch
so
Silicon Valley and I sit there and think, oh my god, is this what like Eve Devland is like? Is this how Eve gets like fucking created by these guys who are just sitting in some fucking house?
I guess
I'll do
another
this is
one.
my shot to Rain, because Rain totally fucking played me today.
I'm so sorry.
She totally fucking played me. Didn't let me know that my fucking Aeon Rescue Man was coming tonight.
I was there for that too, by the way.
Yeah, that's what was such bullshit. It's like I moved my fucking Aeon from one pause to another in Saranin, and like Rain's like, so how'd your fucking Aeon move go?
Wait, was I?
And I'm like, it went pretty smoothly. Why are you asking?
Wait, I thought you had a Nyx.
Shot.
When'd you get an Aeon?
What do I tell you everything, fucking Drayden? I just sold my fucking Nyx to Graf the other day because it's like, you know what? There ain't no point in being a goddamn double teamer on Supercarriers. All right. This is one of the really cool things that, this will totally float us back to Eve for a moment.
I don't want
But
to do Eve
using
anymore.
fighters and using the fucking weaponry of a goddamn Supercarrier and Eve right now, this is a full-time fucking job. This is none of that fucking, I am going to plex my account and, have fucking alts and that kind of shit. You are not going to be out there sentry fucking plexing your goddamn accounts with Supercarriers or carriers. Using fighters in this game now is actually like a real thing to do, where you've got to have some skill doing it. So if you've got more than one fucking Supercarrier that's like floating behind you with some like useless alt, or even like a full scale alt like I had, nope, just sell it. Sell it all. Melt that goddamn character down.
Sell in that new charity citadel, because then you're safe.
Yeah, you know what? Float it over to Mila, put it into the goddamn C4 fucking Care for Kids charity citadel.
Or you just do like some people do. You don't log in the account for 6 months. You don't log in the character. Don't log it in for 6 months, and CCP will move it to a station, and then you can jump out of it.
I've heard that actually isn't how they're working it right now.
Maybe not now, but they were just a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And I know someone that did it. So.
No. But I've heard that they're making. I heard that they're making changes to that, where Lieutenant Dan and Book Strider.
How?
But anyways, I've heard that they're not making it easy like that, where it's like, oh man, I haven't logged in a couple months. Could you please move my shit to wherever? I've heard it's not that easy anymore.
Yeah, no, they stopped it because some people did some complaining about it, right? Because so when BL took a fight in Head GP, killed a PR Ragnarok a couple of years, I think it was a year ago or so now. We stalked them as they came out, and then had the fight in Faspera, and then they logged off for 6 months, and then got themselves moved to their new staging. So a lot of people thought that was a bit stupid, people using it to their advantage. It was a CCP thing where if someone went AFK for was unsubbed for a while, they just move people to their new staging system, which is fine until people abuse it, and CCP noticed it, so they stopped doing it now. So you won't get moved regardless of where you are.
CCP is.
This is the problem with CCP, is that you have got to keep your bullshit under the radar, because once they figure out that you're just scamming them, they get all pissed about it and they fuck with the rest of us.
Yeah.
I gotta go, guys.
People abusing it kind of fucked over everyone else.
Boat.
What?
Where do you gotta go?
My girlfriend wants to chat, so I gotta go.
It's drunk. It's drunk Dirk.
Right,
hey, man.
I'm sorry, man. I've been busy since like 8 a.m. this morning, and I'm tired. Okay?
Iceland worst country NA just followed, and Chisumi just followed. How the hell did you just now follow, bro? Come on. You've been here forever.
No, he does that
People
all the time.
do it all the time.
He
Okay, bye, guys.
Unfollows and follows.
Boat.
What?
Rock on, man.
Yeah, God. Sorry, Dirk. This is drunk
Vegas,
Dirk.
bro.
It's like,
Dirk, you're
hey,
too
man.
long. You need to calm down.
Hey, man.
Oh, shit. Boat leaving's gonna fuck up all the cameras.
Yep.
Oh, no.
And now we've got to have fucking
now.
Drayden who, like, drunkenly, like, fixes all the shit on the
Whoa,
screen.
hold on. When Boat left, did you just see K-Color pop in here?
No, yeah, like.
Oh my God, where's K-Color?
I don't know, but
here?
first of all, I don't have K-Color on my Skype, but apparently now he might be coming. Nope, he left. He's like, fuck this. Who the hell is?
Why is Rain so close to the camera? She's like, I'm so up here, and like my hair is parted to the side.
Alright,
that's a middle part, Dirk. How drunk are you?
Hey, Paul,
it's not a middle part. She's got like a part and a half.
No, you go ahead, man. You keep this going.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just playing Space Engineers, so I mean that's kind of boring. So we might as well just keep doing this.
Play Stellaris.
Can you even do Kerbal?
No.
We can all relate to Kerbal.
No, we can't. How can we relate to Kerbal?
Because it's actual real space flight, except with people we don't care about.
No, it's real space flight now that I put Realism Overhaul on, which is boring to watch because it's like watching the real NASA, which nobody gives a shit about.
I actually sometimes
watch
NASA on TV.
Have you ever used Kerbal for like a hot drop?
I've accidentally hot dropped my Kerbals onto the surface and killed them.
Sorry, I didn't mean you. Rocket, have you ever used Kerbal for a hot drop?
What?
Exactly. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, that was so cool. Fucking, how do we not have Zell on here? I love Zell. Just for those people out there who are wondering, Zell is the fucking shit.
I gotta ask a question to you, Dirk. How much vodka do I have to drink? Do I have to bring?
That's a good question. This is planning.
Wait, who is that? Is that Buck Strider?
Buck Strider. It's Buck Strider. How much vodka do you think we need for a fucking taste test? This is the problem I've always had with a fucking vodka taste test, right? This is not a wine thing. I do not want people taking. I do not want people taking a fucking shot of like vodka and then spitting it back out into a spittoon.
My wife is sitting there going, she was like, well, you can take all these disposable, because we got a whole bunch of disposable shot glasses too. So she's like, you can take a whole bunch of these. I'm like, yeah, but those are full shots. I mean, we're talking about 3 full fucking shots for one person.
I want people with a clean palate, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's kind of fucking hard with like with vodka, right? Because it's like, look, this is not some weak ass just fucking grape drink from northern France or whatever.
Careful with grape drink. That's racist.
I know. I try hard. I mean, everybody out there knows I try hard.
To be racist.
Well, not to be racist. I try hard to not sound racist.
Dirk, it's okay to be racist. Just be
no, it's not okay to be racist. It's okay to not sound racist.
Oh, I found it.
I mean, you can be it mentally, but just don't.
Dirk,
Drunk Dirk is so good.
Just say it. Say, I'm a racist. It's okay, Dirk.
Hold on,
I found
first step to recovery is admitting.
Actually, what I just want people to be is like, able to like, do a shot of Tito's and go, you know what? That actually fucking is smooth in my mouth. It's smooth in my throat.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
I know. She will say everything to what I'm about ready to say.
I found a really nice picture, a really nice gift to put on for this. Ugh.
And then I want them to sit there and like, do a shot of, whatever it is, Kettle One or, Grey Goose or whatever, and be like, no, you know what? That burned me more in the mouth. It burned me more in the throat, whatever the hell it is,
if it burns, it probably shouldn't be in your mouth.
Ray, you and I apparently win an award for best troll
that burns your mouth nor throat.
She stole my fucking line.
If you're lucky to be with somebody with a throat burner.
He's a liar.
I'm gonna believe what came through comms.
I got the open comms Volvo is coming down. What a fucking challenge that's been.
This is what's hard. Number one, I want you to bring what you think to be the higher Kettle One versus Grey Goose is tough. Most people out there, they talk shit about Grey Goose, but Kettle One is in fact the better vodka between Grey Goose and Kettle One.
Why don't you just drink whiskey? Like, what's wrong with whiskey?
There's nothing wrong with whiskey. I like whiskey.
I'll drink whiskey mixed with stuff, but whiskey straight, it's a little rough for me.
But everybody's talking about this like it's like drinking water and it doesn't burn. If you're a man, your alcohol needs to burn on the way down.
I like
a
No,
I actually don't like otherwise you would just do vodka fucking rocket fuel.
I don't like the burn as much. I mean, I can handle some burns, but I mean, like when it comes to whiskey, I'll do a Jack and Coke, I'll do a Crown and Coke, but I don't.
Jesus Christ. You want to do fucking rocket?
No, I said I can handle some burn. I can handle a little bit of burn.
Like the sun.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I can't. You see how white I am? When the sun hits me, I'm like a vampire.
Are you ginger?
What?
Are you ginger?
I don't.
He is ginger.
How am I ginger? This isn't red, is it?
You're ginger.
Stop trying to steal my soul. Are you ginger? Ginger?
I might not be ginger.
Well, you're definitely not ginger. But do you have a case of the gingivitis?
I don't know. Like people say that, but when I look at my hair, I think it's like a dark blonde, a dark like brownish blonde. My beard is kind of red though, so maybe.
You're a ginger. You're like an Elise.
I saw a funny picture about
No,
gingers
Elise is
today,
actually ginger. I'm like.
You know, Two-Face from the newer.
Elise has no soul. I like my soul is conflicted on whether it should stay or not.
Hey, Drayden, you know, you remember Two-Face from one of the newer Batmans? Fucking Punisher guy played him.
Yeah.
And it was like
with his hair like a fucking European.
The top picture, I wish I had it because I would just link it, but the top picture is like him laying in the hospital bed after half his face gets burnt off, but you can't see it. It's like Ginger's be like, just gonna look outside to see if it's hot. And then the next picture is when half his face is burnt off. It's pretty good.
Dirk, why do you spike your hair like a crazy European dude?
He's doing the faux hawk.
I like it, man.
What's wrong with European?
Hold on.
I can't do that anymore.
Number one, fucking Eve Northeast, totally fucking going high and tight with a fucking like spiky
Don't
thing.
go high and tight. That's so douchey.
A faux hawk?
I know. I can't. Number one, I can't do just based on head shape. I can't do fucking like full spike on top. It never stands up on the back of the head.
You're trying to be a Swede with your spiky hair.
Oh,
no.
Oh
my god! If I could do a Xander Fina where my teeth were fucked up and my hair was spiked, I would do it. But I can't.
Well, Xander Fina doesn't have spiked hair. He's got hair that kind of goes like whoosh, like it's like a Conan
Number one,
O'Brien.
Xander Fina never listens long enough to the show to get to that remark.
Apply cream when necessary.
Oh, Chris.
Unless you're Paul Sullivan, drunk Canadian.
Our wisdom man.
I am totally.
Mentioned Chris
I'm gonna go. I'm
okay,
totally shaved like his head.
That's just like a thing.
I'm going balding shaved. But
I'm
gonna have a little like levity.
That's just a thing I do. Like I don't take medicine or anything for anything ever. And
I just like to suffer.
Apparently, you don't take medicine for hair growth.
Prayer is the answer.
Dude, okay. Here's the thing. I'll tell you this. So my ex-wife used to cut my hair. We're no longer together, and everybody at the hair salon in the one town, the one hair salon, is friends with her. So instead of dealing with that, I shaved my head. Thanks for pointing it out, jackass.
You know, you can drive to the next town over.
Yeah, really.
The next town over is 2 hours away. I'm not driving 2 hours for a fucking haircut.
What do you live in Wayward Pines?
Dude, have you seen army bases? They put them in the middle of buttfuck nowhere for a reason.
I didn't get the Wayward Pines comment.
I live in the sticks. Or the boonies, if you will.
You live in Yellowknife. Okay, fine. Can't you like go to like Blue Knife or White Knife or Green Knife?
Well, now hold on. Here's the thing. I'm usually pretty good with geography. Something I just found out it was probably like 4 years ago.
Drain's in Idaho and he gets his hair cut.
Sometimes.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, the town I live in is 15,580 people, and of that 15,580, 15,000 is the military base.
Only one of them
is not another
is a hair cutterist.
But no,
there's 10 of them.
The thing I learned, Northwest Territories split into 2 territories. One an actual like Inuit territory, and then the other one is actual still Northwest Territories, right?
Are you talking about what the
it's
fuck
basically
is
like
it called?
It used to be like you basically go above.
No, it's not Yukon. It's something else.
Well, yeah, like you got BC, Alberta, Manitoba, all those, and then above those you had Yukon right by Alaska, and then Northwest Territories was all that other northern stuff. But now Northwest Territories.
I hate when they call that Yukon.
It's Yukon territories. That's what it's called.
No, I hate when they call it Yukon because Yukon has never won anything. But Yukon has won multiple women's basketball championships in the United States.
Well, yeah, but anyway, so but Northwest Territories split, and now you have like the part that's in between Yukon Territories and the new one is Northwest Territories. But now the new one over by like north end of Hudson Bay is now like an Inuit territory, and I forget the name of it, but it's only been around for like 20 years now.
Like you have not won none of it.
Okay. Hey, I got to say something about for Junk Canadian. I want to congratulate you guys.
Nunavut. Yeah, Nunavut. That's actually what it is.
Not Nunavut. It's none of it.
Well,
you've not won none of it.
I don't know if it's pronounced none of it. I think it's Nunavut or so.
Pretty much literally they named their territory. You own none of it. Which is like a total.
I doubt the pronunciation is what general Americans would think it's pronounced as.
No,
I doubt it's just pronounced none of it.
No, it is. It's Nunavut.
It's none of it.
I was close.
No,
I thought it was Nunavut, but it's Nunavut.
Like literally, if you come here with your Canadian fucking Mounties, you'll take none of it.
Don't make me burn down your White House again.
None of it matters. So. Except now, the biggest town that was in Northwest Territories is now in Nunavut. And so now Northwest Territories is literally an uninhabited wasteland.
You've got the people who sit there and say, you'll take none of it, as well as the ice road truckers.
That's up
which
to
we
Prudhoe
know,
Bay.
which we know. We have never seen a Canadian military vehicle on the fucking ice roads.
They never went into Canada. Ice road truckers is Alaska. No. It's like from Fairbanks to
No, it's not. No, it's not. The original ice road truckers were from Yellowknife North. Okay, they were Canadian. Then they finally fucking moved over to do it over on the Canadian side, and all that was the Alaskan Northern Gravel Highway that turned into fucking snow.
I never watched the show, but I just thought they always went to, it was like the road.
The original ice road truckers was on the fucking Canadian fucking
you guys know that
there might be alligators in there during the summer.
Oh, we probably
type thing.
You totally cut Buckstrider off. He was saying something about me, and then.
Buckstrider wasn't saying anything about you. He was saying something about Donald Trump.
Buckstrider, go ahead, man.
Thank you, True Drunk. I just wanted to say, I want to congratulate Canada on changing their national anthem to be gender neutral. I mean, I thought that was fantastic this week. I mean, I heard about that. I heard about that. And,
I tried to be nice and let them talk for you. Now we should all cut him off because that's just ridiculous. And our fucking prime minister is a giant piece of shit. I tried. He's the worst. But between him and wine, Canada's going to shit.
Look, the mere fact of the matter is that you guys had a more masculine national anthem than what you deserved.
Than what we deserved.
I mean, honestly, seriously. I mean, it's like, look.
Jesus.
Being cold is cool, but like being over cold is like something that should trigger people.
I don't know, man. Canada's never lost a war, and that's just not me being in the army, but like...
Just because you guys choose
Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
DC, that's a joke. You know, you guys took fucking... Well, I'm actually really
bad. We took more fucking ground in World War II than the Americans. It's just not publicized.
You guys took one of the D-Day beaches, and I forget which... It was either Sword, Juno, or Gold, and I forget which beach you guys took, but...
Well,
and then we took actually more ground than the
States. They can't take gold.
Right. I'm just saying, like, which beach? What? Like, I actually really am a big World War II guy, but I mean,
get it through your head.
We had Utah and Omaha, obviously, and then there was Gold, Juno, and Sword, and 2 were British and 1 was Canadian. Which was which?
We took an entire country during that war.
I'm saying like the beach you guys initially landed in D-Day.
It wasn't Sword.
It wasn't
It's
Sword.
not Sword, no.
It wasn't Gold. You wouldn't let them have
Reagan made
gold.
a famous speech at Sword Beach.
A lot of my units battle honors are from World War II. And there's actually a new battle honor that I'm a part of that you can actually learn in history, which is the Battle of Kandahar.
So
okay, you guys took
Juno. Now you're
you guys
bringing
took
up recent shit.
That's not recent.
French
That's 2006.
Is that what you're talking about?
What? French Indian War.
French and Indian War, wasn't that with Canada?
Are you talking about the Boer War?
No, French and Indian.
Oh my God, you guys were involved in the Boer War?
Yeah, that's when one was formed.
War of 1812? Like, I don't remember.
War of 1812 is when we burnt down the White House.
Well, you say we. You say we. Is that like the fucking royal we? I mean, what part of the we is that?
My unit. I get to wear a badge because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are on the fucking White House burning like badge unit.
Yeah, I'm in 1RCR, first and the
props
finest.
to you.
So
Props
we were
to
the
you.
first unit in Canada, and that's the one I'm part of.
War
52
12, the United States actually lost. We would have totally fucking lost if the
Twice.
actual treaty had not been signed before the end of hostilities. No question.
If you're trying to segue this into a modern thing, go watch the History Channel. Canada beats the Americans in modern war games every time.
Number one, when we in America watch the History Channel, all we see are things that like are related to shops that you sell stuff in when like you lose gambling in Vegas.
That is shots. That is my biggest fucking gripe with this. I used to live on the History Channel. It was all World War II documentaries, ancient history documentaries,
the Hitler Channel,
space documentaries, all this stuff. And nowadays, it's nothing but fucking ice road truckers, Yukon gold rushers, fucking
in Alaska,
Pawn Stars.
Speaking of wars,
there's like various pawn shops and people selling shit for cheap.
But
speaking of definitely America's for trade. We all know that.
Is the one I was involved in was the biggest armed conflict since Korea in 2006 in Afghanistan.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, the History Channel is the last fucking place I thought would get invaded by reality shows, and I was wrong.
It really shouldn't be, because the History Channel should be about history. But I mean, like, look at the internet. It could be the greatest wealth of knowledge.
He used to be my hero, and now he takes a fucking chaser after a shot.
Who?
I'm not saying.
I can just rewatch this.
No,
just
I'm gonna look to the side. I'm gonna look to the side so you doesn't see me looking at him.
Save me the time of rewatching this and just tell me.
He can't handle his alcohol like I can. I'm so sorry.
Do you guys remember back before the time of Watchlist? Back before the time of Watchlist, that guy was a fucking man. He was like an Eve man.
As well. I've not been playing since like a month and a half before the Watchlist went, and now like. The whole watch list autism was caught up to me. The shit post and everything. It's amazing.
Okay. Eve Klavitz, you say remember Wings. I remember seeing the show on. I think I did watch a couple, but I don't remember the show very much. I know it was a World War II like aerial thing, but and then High Shot is saying watch H2. H2 I don't think is much better. H2 is all fucking like ancient aliens and shit like that. It's conspiracy theories on. Like, this is how aliens influence
H2 is kind of weird. H2 is like sort of the MTV2 of History Channel. We're going to throw our side fucking shows over here.
I've reserved myself to actually going on YouTube and just watching documentaries and stuff I like. Engineering. It's not just, I love history. History is one of like my favorite things to watch, but I like watching science stuff, love astronomy, and I like engineering shows on like how they build stuff. But and actually lately I've just figured out that fucking Spotify has a whole podcast section. I should have known that from before, and I've been fucking binge listening to the History of Rome podcast. I've listened to 100 episodes, half-hour long each, and I started last weekend. I've listened to probably about 5 hours a day of this podcast. It's so good.
You watch on History Channel, you might as well watch Wynonna Earp on Sci-Fi to get.
Oh my god, dude! Shut the fuck up! I love Wynonna Earp.
Oh my god, that fucking show was so gay.
Modern Marvels is okay, but I like better shows.
You can't use that word unless you mean happy.
Well, hon, we do mean happy. We mean happy fucking people, demons from space.
Everything is awesome.
I'll tell you what, Dirk. If you're happy watching it, that's fine. I don't particularly like
it's
that
like,
show.
look, I totally don't expect it to be like, you know, high quality fucking television. Fuck yeah! Oh my god, how did that end?
What?
Everything is cool when you're a part of the team. That's the end of this.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that because you switched sides.
No, I mean, I'm happy that Killjoys is coming back. I'm not happy that Dark Matter's coming back.
Actually, I'm happy both of them are coming back because Killjoys and Dark Matter are both really interesting sci-fi shows. But I am totally a fucking Killjoys fan more than a fucking Dark Matter fan. No questions.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. So I mean,
can we talk about
Killjoys?
Can we talk about Battlefield 1 Break the Internet Edition?
Does it actually break the internet?
were you any of you streaming the day that Battlefield 1 premiered and Twitch was literally breaking because of the amount of viewers and stuff?
Did it break Twitch or did it break the internet?
Might as well be the same thing because the internet is pretty much Twitch
come
and Reddit.
on. Come on. What the fuck?
Without the salt mines, Reddit, or Twitch, the internet doesn't exist. Did somebody seriously just play that?
Yeah, they did.
That's a good song.
That's a good song.
Do you not get hard when that song? I'm sorry, when that sound happens.
Dude, I hear that so much now it doesn't even faze me anymore.
Song.
What I hate is fucking tie-dye. That sound doesn't even come up.
Yeah, it does for like a split second, and then you're dead.
And died. Boom, done.
Dirk, you're really drunk.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well,
this is usually when this show extends, though, is when Dirk's really drunk.
I know.
I gotta leave. Go. Oh, listen.
Oh, you can stay. You are
Dirk,
being drunk.
Are you gonna be on next week?
Am I what?
With Eve Northeast, yeah. Are you gonna be on Open Comms? Because Eve Northeast is on the weekend, right?
No, well, it's on Thursday.
Or yeah, but Eve Northeast is on the it's a long weekend type deal, right? So are you still gonna be on Open Comms on Thursday? Hello.
Yeah.
Repeat the question.
What?
All right,
me?
good talk. Yes, you.
No.
So who's taking your place? Panda?
I have no fucking clue.
Yes.
I am not gonna. For the next, I'm sorry. Starting tomorrow, I will not be on Talking in Stations because I have to go to a real world funeral. And then starting next Thursday, I will not be on Open Comms or Talking in Stations. Oh my God!
Your spot on Talking
These
Stations?
people are going to have to go through
clear me to go on
a full week, 100% full week of you will not hear the truth from Dirk McGurk. Therefore,
no, I will give the truth.
I know, it's fucked up.
Is
no,
BC?
I will give the truth. I'm
Dirk,
recording everything.
Is BC going to allow me to go on Talking in Stations?
I've already told Matterall that he should allow you to go on Talking in Stations because I'm not going to be there, and next week. Drayden's not going to be there.
I won't be there tomorrow.
Yeah,
I have a
that's
wedding.
what I mean by next week.
Well, that's tomorrow.
I have a
Tomorrow's
wedding
not
rehearsal
week away.
tomorrow because my brother's getting married on Saturday.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I work on the Islamic comms week.
But telling Matterall
Thursday to Thursday.
Telling Matterall that it's okay doesn't necessarily mean that BC's not going to hop on my stream immediately after.
BC will be upset.
Start chirping my shit.
BC's got a itch with that show, but
Rasmus says Dirk is being overexposed. He's close to becoming a Kardashian. I am not going to overexpose myself.
He's got a big butt.
Plus, he has no tits.
I will hide my breasts and my ass.
Does he have a sex
from
tape
the
with
Eve
Ray J?
community?
Ooh, do you have a sex tape, Dirk?
Oh my
Do you have
God.
a sex tape with
If
Ray
I
J?
had a sex tape, I would totally fucking air it because we all know that's fucking hyper masculinity cool.
It'd be like an
confess,
awkward taking clothes off and not really.
When I found out the sex tape existed, I immediately searched it up. It wasn't the best sex tape except that it's Kim Kardashian on it.
I did a sex tape search. I gotta be honest. Back when I did the whole fucking New Year's Eve blowout thing about poor people and BC and shit like that. I did a Dirk sex tape thing. Sadly, nothing came up. It was fairly real world. It was fairly real world.
Does anybody even want to see a Dirk sex tape?
They do. I've had a number of people who have said, "Look, Dirk sex tape."
You've actually had a group of people
want.
approach you and be like, "We need to see a Dirk sex tape."
How many sex tapes did you try to leak about yourself?
I tried to leak a few, okay, but
Dirk,
people didn't want that.
Dirk,
we need to get it together.
If you
I
want
could
a
not
sex
get
tape,
the
I will
fucking
bring my camera.
in and out to match the darkness of what Dirk's in and out penis would look like, but.
If you want a sex tape, I'm pretty decent with the camera. I mean, for science, of course.
I know you are, Drayden. I've been to Vegas with you. I know what you're like with a camera.
Yeah.
Did I just hear Drayden say he wanted to film?
Yeah, for science. For science.
This is not for science. Nobody needs to see this.
No. For science, it would not work out. I mean, obviously, right?
4 subscribers.
Buck Strider's out of here. For all you people going to Eve Northeast next week, I can't wait to meet y'all. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and my God, man, can't wait to see everybody. So we'll see you guys next Thursday, and I'll freaking try to get some inside information on Dirk and his drunkenness.
I won't see you in the Northeast.
Dirk's drunkenness in real life is less than on this show.
But hold on, Buck, I won't see you in Northeast, but you said you're going to Vegas this year, right?
I'm gonna really try.
If you make it there, I will definitely see you there. I can't make it to Northeast, but
I hate people who say I'll try.
I'm still trying to go to Vegas.
BC for 3 years has been saying I'll try.
He ain't fucking going, dude. Okay, so forget about it.
I know. But anybody who says I'll try, hold on. My Titan's in danger. I'm lighting a cyno. I'll try. You know what? Hold on, wait.
Just because you don't know how to
BC
cyno your
said I'll
shit
try?
from point A to point B, Dirk, doesn't mean you need to make
Okay, how's this? I know what's gonna happen in the next week. And because I've been planning it since January, I don't know what's going to happen in August, which is really a prime time of my real life business. Or October, I should say. August, but, well, actually from August to November, to be very honest with you. That's really like the prime time of my business. So, I mean, it's tough. I really will try to be out there, though.
Vegas is a cool time for anybody who wants to be out there.
It's
I mean, like, even if you're
though.
coming from, say, I don't know, Birmingham or...
No, it's money.
One of the places over on the fucking UK coast where you want to look girls in the eye and shit.
Well, or through the Haji, whatever. I'm out of here. I gotta go.
Baby, do you want me to come to Eve Vegas? Oh my God, I would totally want you to come to Eve
I'll
Vegas.
get you down there.
No, seriously, do you want me to come to Eve Vegas? Oh, I would totally want you to come to Eve Vegas. Look me in the eye and tell me you want me to come to Eve Vegas.
I want you to come to Eve Vegas.
No,
that eye contact.
You don't. You just pretend. You want me to come to FanFest. No, I want you to come to Eve Vegas. Eve Vegas would be so much harder. Oh my God, look at me. Look at me. Eve Vegas would be so much harder.
It probably would be.
And if you're not filming a GIF right now, and totally putting it out there, you suck. You suck.
Needs to be real. What the fuck is this? That's a good question. Especially if you're just coming into it.
No shit. I want you at Eve Vegas, baby. No, don't you want me at fucking Eve Euros 2016? No, I don't even want you at Eve FanFest. Fuck that shit. I want you at Eve Vegas. Look at me. Look me in the eye. Oh, I'm gonna push you off the chair. Oh no, you came back.
He thinks if he pushes me off camera, he doesn't have to deal with me.
That's a fact.
See no evil, hear no evil. Not saying you're evil.
Drayden, say it one more fucking time, and I'm gonna rip out your throat and strangle you.
Oh my gosh, she's so gonna strangle you next year, bro.
I'm so sorry, Drayden. You're too.
Dude, I'm actually
I was gonna
afraid
say
of Rain.
that seems
I'm
like
afraid
an
of Rain.
empty threat. Like rain wouldn't hurt a fly. I don't think.
If Rain's in Vegas, I actually think I'm going to be abused.
Drayden, I am so nice to you. Okay.
Yes, mistress.
Whoa. That got awkward real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no transition off of that one.
No, that's just awkward and then shots?
You know, it's super awkward when even Dirk has left.
Yeah.
Dirk's like, well, I'm walking away from that one.
Shots. Again, Drokane, you're up next. I mean, are you ready to go? I mean, we can cut this.
No, this is fine. I don't care.
I mean, I have to go to bed. I have work in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're gonna be on much longer because, I mean, we're cutting into your time.
Dude, whenever this ends, I'm probably gonna go to bed too because I'm sunburnt as fuck, drunk now.
Oh, wait, are you not streaming?
Freaking Lasers is online and she is the coolest person.
I was gonna.
I mean, if you're gonna stream, do it. If you're gonna go to bed, I'll pick it.
I'm having a super deja vu
take
from
off,
last night
or
from last week.
But you can take it.
No, I don't want to take it if you want to do
chatting.
it. I mean, if you want to do it, I'm not cutting into your time because I told you I'd give you this slot.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're gonna go to bed, I would. you up for it, but I mean,
I'm not seeing any other people.
I have no
shots.
problem sitting and watching you play games. So
come on, Deck, you can do it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear shots. I was totally taking a piss into my Gatorade.
Yeah, we're shots in it.
I mean, all I'm gonna do is stream Battlefield, and if you guys want to hang around and chat,
So
we can
what-
keep
wait,
this
wait,
going
wait,
with Battlefield
I'm
going.
down for that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
Oh shit, shots.
Well, he's
Like-
drinking from the bottle. That is.
I was saying, I'm not saying
okay.
I want to take your stream. I'm just saying if you're not going to stream and you just want to go to bed, I'll take
Pouring a
it.
shot is obviously wasting
But if you want
time.
to stream,
What is?
then
you guys
I'll
were
hang
talking about
around
this
and just
What's the
bullshit
new
with
E3
you.
shit? What's the new E3?
Well,
battle?
here's the thing, right? So if
We
you
should
guys
totally
want,
play some fucking jam-ass music right now.
oh, I got some jam ass
So,
music for you.
have you heard that new song by Rihanna and Calvin Harris?
No one cares.
Does it go
Do they
something like
say
this?
panda?
Wow.
Do they say panda? Oh, yeah.
I can't do it. That's just me.
Why did somebody fucking kill that? What the
Oh
fuck?
man, that was
my soundboard.
That's like
Oh my god.
Play it again so Ant has to dance.
I'm not dancing.
Dance!
Fuck this shit. I'm gonna fucking dance.
I'm in
Fuck
there,
it.
that's
We're all dancing, okay.
Oh, he's not moving. Get him moving, Brain. Get him moving.
They call me Deadpool, I'm hella fast. Can I murk the bad guys and get some ass? Got blades for days, got guns galore, got combo moves, evades and more. With bear traps and hand grenades, pull the pistol like a maniac right in your face. Popping off caps, leave a trail of guts. Sitting on my chair.
Why do you kill it? Why do you kill it so we hear your voice?
He doesn't dance. Like, what a fucking nerd. Look at this kid.
I know. It's bad.
What is he just
Seriously,
stuck a
Rocket,
ring in my mouth and it
Rocket,
just
how old are you? Seriously, roll up.
Roll up.
Roll
That must-
up.
that means something very
Roll
different
up and
in
be
Britain.
honest about your fucking age. Seriously. Like,
I'm
you
25.
19? 19? What?
25.
Damn,
I'm
youngin'.
25.
Wow,
all right, no,
Dirk,
chill,
what do you
chill.
expect of me? Like, hello?
I'm not saying you're fucking a pedophile, Rain.
That's exactly what you're saying. Does he
No, I'm
look
not saying
19?
that. You're not an old girl.
Does this face look 19?
Some
To
say
be fair, I was
she,
pretty cute when I was 12 as well, so...
They have no
Some
sun
That's what
over
Ray
there,
likes to
so the
pretend,
so
so,
the
I mean-
sun does not weather their face.
some say she's
Jesus
robbing the
Christ,
cradle.
Steve.
I say he's robbing the grave. Ooh.
That's terrible, dude.
Wait,
Why are you a fucking
say that
Canadian
again?
rolling up on that shit? It's bad.
I
you
just
want,
love that
you know what,
saying.
Sullivan? Nobody's gonna fucking tolerate that from your tactical narcotics team ass. Okay? Nobody cares.
Oh, whatever. If you look at it, if you look at Reddit, TNT's dead, so it doesn't matter.
You know
Anyway.
the funniest thing about TNT's name? You know those the first base we went to, Dirk. You brought those shirts. It's
I've never understood why they call themselves the tactical narcotics team. I
Right.
never once, got a fucking pill to use while in the fucking alliance
yeah,
tournament.
you'd think they'd be.
Are you
fucking
serious?
drugged
Wibble
out to all
constantly
shit.
or
hooks me
B,
up with drugs.
any form of narcotic while I was out at Vegas.
It's because it looks like trinitratoluene.
Look at the
Huh?
two of them. They're like, I'm gonna make love to you like face to face.
She's taking the piss up my baby face.
I'm not. I like
Wait.
his face. He doesn't look 12. What
Fist
the fuck,
what?
team?
I didn't say you look 12.
You were like, you look 19, kiddo. Like, hey, kid.
Yeah,
you wanna try
19. Well, I mean,
Well, they're
fuck,
literally-
he
No,
said
this-
25.
this
I
is
think
worse.
within
This
6
is worse.
years.
She's gonna know if he comes
Um,
later, and you look 12 if you don't.
This is worse. So I'm 32, and I still get ID'd for smokes and beer.
I get ID'd for. Well, I don't buy cigarettes anymore. I don't get ID'd when I go buy my fucking e-juice. But I do
Your
get
what?
ID'd.
Erectile
His
juice?
e-juice, his
Yeah, yeah.
electronic
My
juice.
erectile juice. I literally
Dude,
have to smoke
Sullivan,
this.
Sullivan, never
Vape
ever,
nation.
never ever, the day that you get your
Nation.
haircut, come on the Open Com Show.
I can put a hat back on if you'd like.
Jesus, dude, I swear to God, this is not the We've Got a Dude on Chemotherapy show.
No,
That's
but
just low.
yeah, no, it's my
It's
erectile.
bad.
I'm a cancer survivor, bro. That's
I know. I'm sure that you are. You know, fucking, uranium shells and shit. But it's like, just stop.
I have to smoke it's erectile juice. I have to smoke this every time I want to fat.
It's what juice?
It's
Erectile
fat,
juice.
It's fat juice for me.
Erectile juice.
E-juice.
We all know what that means. Hello.
It's like it's the same as any time a chick says she needs her vitamin D. We all know what that means.
It's like, oh, you got Cialis?
She's a
just gonna
bone
take a puff.
girl.
Unless it's raining,
you gotta get that D.
Genuinely just needs to eat more carrots.
Right, here's
are we actually carrying this on?
Rain.
Or...
I know that last year you were out at Vegas.
Yeah.
I do not want to put upon you the emotional fucking baggage of can you carry Rocket X from now until fucking Vegas? All right.
Carry him like pick him up and carry him?
No, like we want you to fucking hold him from now until Vegas. All right, but we totally fucking want Rocket out in Vegas.
Hey Dirk, when you're done, I gotta ask.
So either
hang on,
you guys need to break up now, and he just wants to come to Vegas because he knows it rocks, or.
I mean, we're getting married at Vegas. I'm
really
sorry.
God!
You stole my idea.
Fucking Max right now got a total fucking hard on, okay? But Grath, who we all know, has to impose all pandemic Legion marriages.
Well, yeah, he has to ask my parents. I have to ask Grath and Elise, like another father.
It is true. It is true. We know this to be true.
Good.
I'm gonna do a shot to the fact that we all know that there are multiple deities within Eve that must be fucking observed.
So yeah, I had a question for the chat dudes. Do you guys want to keep seeing us talk about shit while I play Battlefield, or do you just want to see open comm shit keep going?
Nobody cares about watching us, okay?
Yeah, we can just keep the chat going and just have you play Battlefield.
We can totally audio this shit.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, if you want to see that.
No, if you want to totally fucking roll up a Kerbal spaceship.
Shots?
Hold on. Number one, they're going to watch us do this shot. Because you know what? You know what? This is fucking cute. Number one, all of us should be able to fucking dwell on the fact that this is cute. No matter where you come from in the world, it's cute. We all know it's fucking cute.
I'm here to get drunk.
If we're going to do that, I'm ready to start streaming Battlefield and we can keep the chat going.
You should totally snort Battle Stream.
I don't know what that means.
All right, yeah. Let's do that. So I'm gonna cut the stream. We'll cut it. Drunk Canadian will take over with some Battlefield, but we will stay in comms. So it'll be the same thing. You just won't see our dumb faces anymore, which is probably a benefit to all.
Except for the fact that I wish that I totally had a fucking meatball sub.
Rain and BF. And actually, I don't know if you guys caught this. I saw you guys switch positions earlier because it was Rain and BF, and it was Rain underneath Rocket and BF under Rain, and you guys switched for that? The second I saw you do that?
We didn't switch for that. We've just been switching whenever he has to go to the bathroom.
Hey,
I thought you guys switched for that, so I switched to the BF and Rain.
Hey, Drayden.
Yeah.
Drayden? Can you let me know when you guys stop, because I'm like in the middle of the match.
I'm gonna stop
and then, if that's possible.
Right now.